Okay.
Greetings, adventurers. This. Oh my god. This is Half Dice Will Save. The Pathfinder 2nd Edition adventure, where my 5 friends are out there. They cannot be bargained with. They cannot be reasoned with.
Nope.
They do not feel pity,
Nope.
or fear, or pain. And they will not stop. Until I cast, like, over-level harm spells at them.
Yeah.
Mostly I feel cold.
Seems legit.
Kids are freezing.
You guys.
Anyway, so that was fun. I think we've got some things to talk about, but we'll do that at the break. So,
I think so.
for the meantime, let's take a deep breath. And here we go. Okay, so last time on Half Dice Will Save, our adventurers set out from
Just for the record, we've made Dave say the word fuck at us at least 3 times so far. It's been a good day.
in the last 4
it's
minutes.
been about 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a good day. Anyway,
Our adventurers set out from the town of Wilterport, heading towards Southwatch. What the fuck is going on over there?
Please.
we've
Paul.
killed Paul. There are now 4 of us. 3 plus 3 it is.
Like it was supposed to be. Bye, Paul.
Anyway,
Recap.
set out from the town of Wilterport. But not until Tessie had her first encounter with the Bramble Man in a dream. On his advice to wait until midday to leave, they waited. Which meant that on the road they encountered a dead horse. After following a trail of clues to a hidden entrance to some kind of underground temple, catacomb, underground chamber, we'll say. They came upon a ritual in progress being cast by a tiefling cleric with 1 arm and her assorted compatriots, including 2 oversized thorns eyes. After defeating these foes and the cleric fleeing down another corridor, our adventurers stopped for a moment to tend their wounds and evaluate the situation. And that is where we are.
Anybody have anything other than wound? If poison, it feel okay, everyone?
Fine.
Got through, okay?
Photoshop.
Mostly okay.
I think let's regroup. I think we should pursue her.
Let's see what's around in here. I don't think we're going to catch up to her immediately anyway.
See if anything useful on
Is that guard still on the
Corpses.
altar?
Yes.
I want to go check him out.
Okay.
And I'm going to start searching the other bodies that were near where we were fighting.
I will also be searching the room, just
Sure.
bodies, room in general.
Okay. Give me perceptions, please.
Ooh, that's nice. I got 22.
Oh,
26.
we're getting the good rolls out of the way today.
Yeah.
Got him early.
28.
are
I
you
see
searching?
with the eyes of
20.
God.
What is Emmeline searching specifically?
Specifically looking for cult things. So probably up on the altar where the cleric was originally casting.
Sure. So, the both of you, more or less simultaneously. Tessie, what were you searching?
I was searching the room in general, but the bodies, but also the room in general.
Okay. So, among those searching the room in general, you come across a small box, kind of tucked into a corner. It's not hidden per se, but it's also out of the way. It appears to be made of some kind of dark, worn wood, and doesn't seem to be locked.
God damn it.
What's in the
About
box?
yay long, about yay thick.
I'm gonna
Fairly. It's much wider than it is tall,
I'm
basically.
gonna try to open it.
Okay. The box opens.
Okay.
Inside are two rolled up scrolls of parchment.
I'm gonna pick them up and try to open them and read them without damaging them.
Okay. They are clearly spell scrolls of some kind.
Okay. Is there a roll I can make to...
Yes, but we will get back to
All right.
that because there will be
Sweet.
other things to do that too
I will pause.
in the near future.
So much
Emily.
occultism. Yeah.
You find at the altar a. I mean, you
No.
can bury the dead body of a Queen's Guard if you're into that sort of thing.
Please don't be into that sort
My
of
brain
thing.
is firing
don't.
on one cylinder today.
Oh my god.
You find among a few, like among the components of the ritual is an onyx, like a chunk of onyx about yay big,
Okay.
and a like slightly off to the side is a weird little like it looks kind of almost like a needle, but it's like weirdly organic.
Kind of like a... More like a thorn branch?
It's not wood. It looks almost chitinous.
Oh.
Like it might have been from an especially large insect.
You.
But it seems out of place. So
Okay.
there you have it.
Um,
And we'll get back to rolling to identify things in a minute. You find on what was your perception roll?
22.
Okay. On the altar is definitely a Creed's guard. He possesses the holy symbol that you've now seen a number of times. It's the symbol of the marshal, and which marks him as a member of the Order of the Creed's Guard. In addition to the fact that he has especially nice armor, which similarly marks him as a member of the Order of the Creed's Guard. But among his things, you do find a little badge tacked to his, like attached to kind of the doublet over his armor.
Is it like a name thing?
No,
Or- okay, just a
it's
badge.
a symbol that like it's the symbol of the Creed's Guard,
Okay.
but it seems particularly ornate and cast in brass.
I'm
Are you
gonna-
searching the bodies in the room?
Yes.
Okay.
maybe a
You
occultist
find
box.
among them a couple of objects. They're all wearing generic kind of leather armor under the heavy robes. You notice that the two, or there was two. The two robed people appear also to be tieflings.
Okay.
But one is wearing a sort of a heavy fur cloak under the robe, and the other has on a string around his neck a weird mummified hand.
So the first one had what was it?
A heavy fur cloak.
Okay. What would the rolls be to identify these?
Um,
I suppose, are any of them identifiable by religion? Either of them?
the cloak is definitely identifiable by religion.
Okay.
The hand might be a little bit weird for them.
And there's nothing other of note on them, other than just
No, not
generic
particularly.
equipment?
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't seem to have brought money to the terrible dark ritual.
Okay. Well, I don't have occultism, that's why I asked.
Yes.
But roll for the cloak at least.
So I'm gonna call it, hey guys, I found a couple of spell scrolls.
Yeah, I got
Let me
25
roll,
on religion.
Bardic lore or occultism, whichever you prefer.
All right.
For this.
I got 25 on religion for the cloak.
I believe that is high enough. Let me double check my lovely chart. That is.
Yeah, buddy. Get that gear.
So,
Do I need to roll separately for them?
Yes, if you will.
Okay. All right, so that is an 18 on one of them and a 20 on the other.
You get those?
You get the scrolls.
Okay.
Ooh.
I will also say, I will take the hand, and I'm going to. Who's closest to me?
The bodies are more toward the back of the room.
Yeah,
So,
I'm probably more towards
you
the front.
walked
yeah,
over
more or
towards
less
the thing.
everyone else ended
You
up
didn't
more
really
toward the
leave,
front.
did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think I would be.
I actually probably won't go to you because you're not really a magic person. So,
Probably
you're
the
over
best.
by the bodies, right?
No, I'm by the altar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody else.
I'll
kind of
walk over to the
tiny
altar up to Scree and Little M.
Sure.
I don't have a cult
Um,
anymore.
and be like, I do not know what this object is. Either of you recognize? And they put the mummified hand down in front of you two.
Food?
I would not eat that.
Unlikely.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to be taking off all the armor and stuff off the guy.
Sure.
And I am
haven't
going
seen
to try to
anything like that
pocket the
before.
badge.
Okay.
Can I take a look? I'm gonna walk over to.
Sure.
All right. What would I roll for the hand?
Occultism.
That can be a occultism, I suppose.
Okay. $19.
Yes. There we go. Do that.
Oh, it's a hand of the mage. So it's a mummified elf hand, and you hang it on a chain,
Mummified.
and
Stealth or thievery.
you can cast mage hand with it.
Oh.
21.
Disgusting.
But the fingers have to be in a specific pattern. I guess that pattern.
Huh.
I found a couple of scrolls. I found a scroll of invisibility and a scroll of comprehend language.
Ooh.
Well, that sounds useful.
Can anybody use those?
Yeah, I can.
What was the first one?
If you would like, Ellen, you
Invisibility.
can roll
Oh, I
nature
do not know
or
if I can use
occultism
that.
on the
Let
needly
me.
thing.
I will see if I can. I will meditate
Okay, I
on
think
it.
I'm gonna use occultism because I get multiple bonuses for
Sure.
that. 17.
Not quite.
Hey. I'm good with nature.
I can use comprehend language, but I can't use invisibility.
You want me to try it out?
Yeah, sure. There's
Oh, no,
Might
wait,
be
I can use
something from
both.
the mountains, who knows?
Invisibility's
odd
very
bug
awesome.
parts.
I can use both
Yeah, bugs.
because I'm dumb and can't read.
Hey, Dave. I'm gonna roll nature to see if I can figure out what the needle is.
Sure.
Nope, that's an 8.
No.
Well, this is cloak. It helps with I've heard of before. It's called coyote cloak. Helps with surviving in wilderness. Good for
Oh.
foraging, finding things.
Cool.
That's a useful thing.
Yeah, I don't know what this is, sorry.
So, who all
Not
can
from the
use the
mountains.
magic items?
What kind of? Are
Can
any of
you-
them
Well, I am
normal?
good at. I am already fairly good at surviving in wilderness. This perhaps would make me able to do even more. If we.
Are any of them
Do you have
primal?
survival trained? Okay, I couldn't remember. I know
And it's a wisdom based.
Amelie has survival trained as well. Yeah. So
So do I.
yeah, I mean,
Mine's just awful because my wisdom score is
Right.
awful.
Yep.
But
My
I,
wisdom score is
I knew
very
at
good,
least two
so.
people did. I just couldn't remember which two people it was.
Can I roll?
Sure. You,
She's
you
gonna
may, you
punch
may
him.
always volunteer to roll will saves against effects
Against
of your
yourself.
own making if you wish.
Okay. Snap out of my.
Okay.
Good.
None of us had paid attention.
Nope.
Nope, no one gave a shit. It's fine. It's
You're
I
fine.
think she needed to be by herself.
Uh,
Can I take a look at it?
Sure.
You said it was nature.
Yes.
So can I do survival? What about her now?
For
For the
which thing are we
the
looking
wheel
at?
thing?
Oh,
Bug
yeah, no,
part.
that is specifically nature. Because it is
Alright,
identifying
I'll
a
do
magical
that.
thing.
I do have it trained.
Nope. All of us rolled under 5 for that.
Ow.
Figured it out
Yeah,
later.
my nature's
Bardic
trained,
lore?
You may actually try occultism
Oh, okay.
if it's higher. Otherwise, Bardic lore is
They're
technically
roughly
more-
the same.
Okay, then go Bardic lore because it's technically nature is the most applicable thing here.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
What do you got?
That will be 24. No. 22. Sorry.
Still good enough.
Ivan.
Okay,
That
so
is-
this guy's
that
armor.
It
is
is the
a
detached beak of a bloodseeker.
that's a bloodseeker beak.
Ooh.
And by beak, we mean
Mosquito.
proboscis.
Well, bloodseeker nose thing. Ew.
Why
Okay.
do we want?
Yeah. So you can stick it to a weapon, right? And then if you hit a flat-footed creature with the weapon, when you activate the beak thing, you can deal it hurts more. Out of character, you deal an extra 1d4 precision damage
Basically,
on
you
your
stick it
damage
to a
roll.
weapon, and then when you stab someone with the weapon, it also stabs them with the bloodseeker beak and makes them bleed.
If you deal sneak
That's
attack
so cool.
damage to the
Gosh.
creature, you can also deal a 1d4 persistent bleed. I think maybe
I think
Emmeline
this works
might like
best
this
for you.
one.
You'd like.
Do you want me to tie it on your
best at
weapon with my
sneak around.
my yarn? Like how I made your friendship bracelet? I can do that, Emmeline.
Okay.
Here you go. Okay.
So Emmeline has the
That's
beak.
horrible.
That's great.
But I
That's
think
just awful.
cloak probably is best on me for surviving in wilderness. I probably am most familiar with.
Ivan, will you take this guy's armor? Maybe put it in the bag? Or, I mean, if you want it.
Sure.
So, question about this. It says it's a free action to activate. Do you have to like roll a check to activate it?
No.
Or oh no,
You,
can
it
just-
is consumable. You break it to activate it.
Oh, okay.
Talking about the Creed's guard armor?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was already planning
Yeah,
on.
it's a set of Kreisgard's full plate,
Okay, so that's bulk 4.
something like that.
Uh,
I'd have to look to be sure.
So
I'll look it up and I'll put it down. I start
3.
taking the
Are you
plate
able
off,
to cast
and I'll be putting it in the bag
comprehend
of
language or
holding.
invisibility? Either of these?
but I don't think those are on primal list.
I don't think so either.
Okay. So she can't use these. I can use these. Ivan, are you able to use either of these?
I think
I
invisibility
know.
is.
Comprehend language is
Duh,
fine.
yeah, I can use.
Okay.
language.
I don't remember.
How about, are you able to cast Mage Hand?
No.
In fact, no one in the party can guess me.
I can cast Mage Hand.
Oh, really? It's not
Yeah.
possible? Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, I can cast Mage
Okay.
Hand.
Well, everyone that isn't.
It's not a
Perfect.
force hand, right?
Yeah.
Well, if someone gets mage hand, I do not need it. I do not think.
Okay, I'll take this because I can actually use it. Ivan, you can actually use these. Emmeline, or not Emmeline, Amelie, are you able to use any magic items? Any magic casting? Do you have magic?
Do you have
Maybe
magic?
She could use
Amelie. Amelie can use the hand?
the
Why am I saying this in character? Amelie can use the
yes,
hand.
the object cast the spell. She does not.
Oh, so anyone can use the hand. Okay, so
Cool.
so this is something anyone could use. The 2 scrolls are something that
Oh,
either
okay.
Ivan or Tessie could use. The cloak, I think, is something anyone could use. So right now we need to figure out what Amelie gets, what Ivan gets, and what Tessie gets.
I will be
I've got
taking cloak, I
nothing.
think.
Emmeline, can I have that onyx
Scrolls, I
for
think,
my
for just
rock
party.
collection?
If we need
Sure.
reuse.
It
I'll
doesn't
take
seem
these.
to have much use.
Yes!
Okay, you can have.
The pretty shiny.
I guess I can roll on occultism on that one. I didn't roll for that one.
It doesn't. Yes, you may, or you can just cast detect magic.
I don't have that anymore.
Oh,
I will
okay.
cast
set up for
detect
guidance.
It
magic.
doesn't
Cast
appear to be
detect
magical.
Cool.
You can do. What even is like the appraisal check in
I don't
this
know.
version? I don't remember.
I
That was
know.
weirdly that was not a check I ever made in Pathfinder 1, so I didn't stop to be like, hey, where does that translate?
I think it got turned into the identify skill with a lot of the
I
magic
could have
stuff.
sworn it.
Yeah, but I mean
God.
for mundane items and stuff, maybe crafting.
Maybe crafting.
I do have crafting.
Okay, roll
So do
crafting.
I.
then.
I'm gonna cast guidance.
Sure.
21.
That onyx appears to have a reasonable amount of value. It's probably worth like 60-ish gold.
Oh, it's expensive.
It's a ritual component.
The pretty shiny.
We definitely want to take
Oh, that would be
onyx.
like an occultism thing, though.
Well, you
Ritual?
actually identified the ritual. You know that in order to cast raise undead or create undead, one of the spell components is an onyx of significant value based on the sort of strength of the creature you're trying to revive.
Gotcha.
Definitely want to take onyx.
Yeah, that can sell
Yes.
extremely well.
How
Aww.
much bulk is the onyx?
I mean, you can
It's
keep it in your
light.
collection.
I mean,
for
it
now.
might not
You
even
might
have bulk. It's
wanna
a
look at
piece
selling
of
it.
rock. Like
Fine. And there's no other pretty shiny rocks around. Darn.
I mean, there are a few various random like ritual items.
Are any of them rocks though?
No, none of them are specifically rocks. There
Don't want them.
there is rubble and things around.
But they're
None
not
of them
pretty.
are particularly shiny.
Okay, meh.
So I'll put
I have plenty of
I'll
rubble.
Put the onyx in the bag as well. Along with the scrolls, probably.
That's fine with
Unless
me.
Cassie, I take scrolls. We can put in the bag.
I can hold them.
Okay.
It might actually be theoretically better to have them in the hands of a caster who can
Yeah.
cast from them.
Sure. And well, as soon as she says, I go, okay. Close the bag, walk away.
Okay.
Ooh.
You.
Are we going to?
Emily.
I
I
can't.
think you're the best candidate to roll society.
Just a
for me.
society.
Tessie, actually, you can also
Right,
roll
okay.
society.
Society, gotcha.
Yup.
23. What are your rolls? I don't understand it.
I don't even know.
I rolled 4 20s in 3 rounds.
25.
Let's not.
Yeah, but you followed up with a bunch of
averages.
ones.
Yes. Well, maybe she will too. Who knows?
No, Sherry just always rolls really well.
Okay, so both of you know that Creed's Guard armor is very specially made for when it comes to those of the order. And when a Creed's Guard is killed in the field, returning their armor generally involves significant reward.
Okay. I was also wondering if there's anything clearly would that, I guess from that society knowledge, it would identify them as that person, or
Yes.
okay. So we don't have to look for like a name tag or
There's
anything.
no like dog tags or something. It's part of the armor. Is the
Nope.
dog tags.
There's definitely no badge associated with his body.
There should be some identifying mark. There doesn't seem to be on this person.
Right
Okay.
now.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Retook it.
So where's
I
his?
would never.
Could I
So-
roll religion to know that there should be an identifying?
This is a
marker?
Cadian specific thing.
Okay.
You're not familiar enough with Cadian culture unless you all have society.
Did Tessie and Emmeline get that from their society rolls?
There should
So
there should be some identifying.
Where's the identifier on the armor?
You can actually roll heraldry lore if you really want. to.
Hey!
Ooh.
Because you
never
have
get to use
heraldry
heraldry
lore,
lore.
and I want to give you a chance to use it.
17.
He is carrying like among his things once the armor is off. He is carrying the mark of a specific family that you could probably use to identify him.
Oh, okay.
Do we
So I can identify
have-
the crest?
Do we know who this is? way to know? Return to mark.
That's,
There's usually an
How
identifier on the
big
armor.
is the symbol on him for the family thing? Is it
Oh.
like tiny?
The one that Emily found?
Yeah.
It's fairly small.
I could make a sigil of it and show it to people.
I mean, you could just take it.
We
Yeah, I
are
was
all
gonna
we are
say-
taking
Oh,
armor
okay,
and
no, it was
saying
like-
is anything we can know if they have
We
identifying.
can use, we
I
can
don't
use
know
this-
if they do this. Just
This
kidding.
crest will be kind of close to. It should be an indicator of his family. We should be able to use that to find.
Yes.
Assuming we can find where he's posted out of, we
Okay.
should be able to use that to find his family.
Okay.
Usually they have a actual emblazonment on their armor that is a little bit more clear, or at least
You
that.
did not find one.
I don't see one on this anywhere.
I don't either.
Shouldn't we go follow that one lady now?
Yeah, maybe they took off or
Yeah,
something.
maybe. Who knows?
Did anyone find something that looked like it might have been an identifier from the armor?
I mean, there was a holy symbol there.
Can we see?
It was on the armor. I didn't take it
Yeah,
off of
he's
the
still
armor.
at his clothes.
Okay.
I think at the moment, we have armor. We've reorganized. Anybody else still need some healing?
Nope.
I'm good for now.
Well, let me take a look at wound then. Still hurt, huh? I will do another treat wounds on her.
Been long enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Critical failure. You murdered her. Let's see if this makes you feel better.
That's
Stab.
God.
that's a crit, so.
Okay, yeah. I just needed like 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, okay, so you got a lot. Everyone else okay? Shall we continue on?
Yes, let's go.
Photoshop. And I will, I will take point, I guess, and I will start heading down the other hallway after her. I will be, I'm going in front. I will be moving slowly with my shield raised. So it's a move. The three actions will be move, raise shield.
Yep.
Yes.
Right. So, as,
I just see the like Roman turtle formation
Uh-huh.
kind of thing going down.
Kind of. It's a round shield, but yeah, same kind of just.
Sounds good, boy.
so as you wander along with your shield raised, the darkness of the passage is obviously not a problem for you.
Mhm.
But
It's a problem for me.
I mean, I'm assuming that also.
Are there no lights?
No.
Okay.
I'm fine
Yeah.
too.
The only lights were the fires that were burning in the main chamber.
Okay.
Do you want to do that one formation where you're in the front and I'm in the back since we both have dark vision?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
that's.
And all of us blindos in the middle.
Yep.
I have little light.
Doesn't work
Nope.
here.
Nope. It's very
Needs some light for there to be low light.
Are you guys trying to be sneaky in any way?
Since we're moving slowly, yes.
Okay.
Okay. If Emmeline tells me to, then I will.
I'm not
Hey.
going to say anything out loud, but you're moving slower than full speed walking, so I have an action to spend to do whatever anyway. So,
Okay.
so.
Yeah, I am not making any real attempt to be sneaky.
Okay.
But we're moving also, and if
Well, then.
she is,
Since you are using an action to, well, I mean, this is more an exploration mode thing at this
Yeah.
point, but I will allow you guys to move in stealth if you wish.
Sure.
So let me get Emmeline, if you would roll stealth for me, and I guess everyone should just roll stealth for me.
All right.
Remember that you get the follow the leader, which gives you 2+ level 1 stealth if you're not trained.
Yeah.
yeah, we're good.
19.
We are the ninjas.
23.
I get 2 plus level, right?
Yes.
25.
29.
23.
Okay.
We are the ninjas.
As you continue down the passage, it starts to slant upward, kind of similarly to the one you came down. It definitely at a certain point deflects off at an angle, though. And
I'm going to cast No North so I can kind of keep track of where we're going in
Sure.
like the terms of windy passages and stuff.
It's not really windy.
Or no
it just
direction.
kind of like goes forward a while and then kind of deflects off at an
Okay,
angle. And then
but
goes
this
back.
at least it allows me to know, at least in relation to where north is,
Yes.
which direction we're heading. So if we need to head back, or if it becomes windy,
Yeah.
I know
Sigil.
direction.
Sigil. Sigil. Sigil.
It does not seem to,
Forever.
because eventually you
Sure,
come
I'm
back
just-
out into more or less a cave.
Okay.
It's a fairly shallow cave. It's almost more like an overhang than anything. And directly in front of it is a small, like, brook that seems to run past, and you've got those, like, slightly smoothed rock bed that suggests that at some point this was a river.
Okay.
And perhaps during particularly rainy seasons, it slightly more resembles a river.
There's no, like, entrance to the outside or something. It's pretty deep in the cave.
No, I'm saying, like, the cave is like the size of this room.
Yeah. Okay.
It's you can literally, as soon as you are out, you see, oh, there's sunlight, there's a brook right there.
Okay.
Okay.
So we head out the other side, and there's just another entrance that they ran
Yeah.
away out of.
Yes.
Can I try
Like
to
we'll have a
track?
hard time finding them.
You may attempt survival to
I am
track.
also going to attempt a survival.
I will allow one of you roll it, the other one can assist.
I will roll it, I guess.
Okay. Fuck.
Cast guidance on myself.
Sure. Keep in mind that you are immune to
Is
guidance.
a 29.
I got
17.
8.
Okay. Moment.
It takes a full day to attune a magical item, right?
Well, no, I think it only takes 10 minutes.
Oh, well then, then would be.
It takes 10 minutes of specifically trying to attune a magical item.
Okay.
You would have had to stop for an extra 10 minutes to be like, I must.
We probably would have
I must
done that.
adore
I
this
guess.
cloak.
Do you think-
Probably.
Okay.
Probably not.
I mean, one way she's very far away, and the other way we're better at tracking.
Sure.
her, like,
So I haven't attuned
Yeah.
the cloak yet then.
Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. It was a 29.
Sure.
Good.
You do detect some tracks that head back in the general direction of the road. It's hard to tell exactly like what they are because it's a riverbed. But so there are some fairly recently disturbed stones.
Okay. I say I looks like stones here moved, disturbed there. I think she ran back the road. Likely, at this point, once she gets to the road, no way to tell which footprints would be hers.
Yeah.
I think let's just move on. We report to
Fortunately, she's fairly distinguished in appearance.
the.
Right.
We know what
That'll
she
be very
looked like.
useful for guards.
We know what she looks like. We have sigil for armor. We know location. We report it to Creed's Guard when we get to order.
Can we go back to that horse real quick? Food
Why?
for Sparks, obviously.
It's going to be a ways back. Also, I think we should probably leave those alone.
I think we will be good for food.
Fine.
Sparks, hearing his name at least, pokes his head up from under your coat.
They don't want you to eat Sparks, I'm sorry. In Goblin, I say that.
Why?
They're jerks. Alright, go back in.
You get like weird, pathetic dragon side eyes.
Alright, let's just go.
Never.
I guess we continue on. Were you saying weird things about us to Sparks? Because that look was not friendly.
No? Why would I ever? No. I was just saying that
Well-
horse meat is probably bad after a few days anyway, and
Maybe we
You
should
know.
try and find him food as soon as we can. Do you have food for
we
him?
have large pile of various rations and sweet things.
But do we have horse meat? No, we don't have horse meat. He likes horses. Let's just go.
Well, do you have food he can eat?
Sure.
Okay, then we're good.
Horse Sparks.
Poor Sparks. No one loves him.
I do.
We will be. So I guess we'll continue on.
Okay. So, as you head back toward the road, that thing, okay. As you head back toward the road, for a while, once you're up, like out from the little kind of stream bed, the wooded area thickens again. And so you just kind of make your way back, and with the help of no direction, head back toward the road. Let me have Emmeline and Tessie please make perceptions for me.
All right.
Always a good sign there.
Oh yeah.
You can do it. Maybe not fall, but
Oh fuck. That's a natural one.
Cool.
Total of 10.
Actually, 16. No, 15.
Okay, 17. What was?
Going twice.
no.
Sold to the nobody at this table.
So you continue on for a little while. As kind of the morning has started to settle toward noonish.
I want to take note of where we start to rejoin the road and like specific things that can be used as landmarks so that I can
Sure.
explain to the Creeds Guard how to get back to where we were.
Sure. Part of that kind of taking notes of things. Tessie, you are distracted as shit, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, it's just suddenly like, oh, there's like a bunch of birds you've just never really seen because you don't
Yeah.
get into Southern Cadia woods. So,
So I'm, trying to walk while I sketch them
Yeah.
and
but Emmeline, as you're taking note of these spots, and you can find some things that kind of work. Having that stream to kind of be an anchor point is helpful. But as you go, it's a little distracting. You find yourself almost kind of like losing track of the generalities of your surroundings for a little while. Until as you move through kind of the heaviest wooded part between the entrance and the road, at the last moment you catch a figure out of the corner of your eye just leaning against a tree.
Hello there.
And as you turn, it is a 6 foot and change tall elven figure with especially long pointed ears and
What?
green radiating from his eyes.
damn it.
And he is leaned exceptionally casually against this tree.
I want to wake up now. I would like to wake up from my dream.
Would you like to do that?
I would love to wake up from my
That'd be
dream
cool,
right now.
wouldn't it?
Yes, we're making nope roll.
Noping out of the universe.
You may react to that as you wish. You are the first to see him. Everyone else, I'm sure, will, from your reaction, very shortly notice it.
It just kind of like stops. And just, you're not supposed to be here.
Who's not supposed to be here?
And you,
I look around and see him, I assume.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
hi. I don't have any tea now.
What?
At least I don't think I have any tea.
Oh, okay.
Did I pack tea?
What? Who is this?
This must be Brambleman.
That's the guy.
Okay.
Ah.
yeah. Why am I not supposed to be here? That was very the wrong accent. I'll get there.
Loading accent.
Load new area.
Anyway,
Was half hoping you weren't actually real.
that'd be a little strange, wouldn't it?
Well,
Appearing to all of you in a dream and not
Well,
being real.
unless we're all in a shared lucid dream, which is really hard to accomplish.
Did we die? Am I in hell? What is this? Who are you?
Hey, Scree.
Can I kill him with fire? Hi.
This is Scree. I don't think she's dreamed you yet.
Yeah, that's because she doesn't have one of the marks.
Oh, we were wondering, yeah. By the way, what are you the god of?
Interesting question. A lot of things. At the moment, though, nightmares.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
That does make sense. She almost stabbed me because of you.
Unfortunate.
What else?
I like to think I'm the god of dreams, generally.
I think we have one of those already.
That's the problem. It's why I'm normally relegated to the nightmares at the moment. Makes things very difficult to communicate rationally in a nightmare.
And what else?
Did I need to have more?
Well, you said a lot of things. I'm just trying to cover all the ground I can.
That's sort of, I mean, thorned things.
Thorn things? Okay. So I was curious after our conversation, what is required to gain your powers and how do you lose them?
That's valuable information. Perhaps we can discuss that at some point.
I would like to get Thorn off arm. Is there a way I can get Thorn off arm?
Yeah,
Good.
you have to settle your debt with Tirla.
Mine seems to have kind of burnt into my arm.
Oh. Yeah, that happens sometimes. It means that its power has been used.
Oh. No, I mean, it's here. It just looks different, see?
Looks at arm.
Or Emmeline.
We're up to 9 now, boys.
What's that other arm?
Looks at other arm.
So what is your deal with her? She has a lot of thorns. You seem to be using power quite a bit. Regardless, he seems to give you power. Why would you do this?
Why wouldn't I?
He doesn't seem to like you very much.
Are you trying to hurt her? You're not
No.
going to hurt her, right?
It's not.
If you hurt her, I will burn you to the ground, Bramble Man.
You're adorable.
Don't test me. You are no god of mine. All hail the marshal.
I teach very well.
Just feel like you just pulled the name out of a hat.
I'll hail the
It was right there. It
Yes.
must be divine providence
Right.
then.
Perfect.
Oh, hail the magic conch.
Oh my god.
How long have you been God? Since beginning? Or more recent?
As long as there have been gods.
Why does no one hear of you then?
Why do you suck so much? God, it must suck to not be a well-known deity like the marshal. Bet you don't have a garden, Mr. Bramble Thorn Boy.
Well, honestly, to be fair, if he is God of Thorns, probably does have some form of garden, just lesser garden. Wouldn't
Right,
be nearly as cool.
extremely lesser. Horrible garden.
Scared, very difficult.
So back to the possibly, well, I'm intending this to be non-insulting question. Why haven't more of us heard of you?
That's a complicated question. And one I cannot answer.
Do you want this crackery thing?
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay.
Do you want a honey bun?
They're pretty good.
Yes.
That's nice. Oh, last one again. pulls out the baklava and eats it.
Find, oddly, it isn't there.
No!
Sparks, damn it.
Oh no! When you look back, he's just holding it in his hand.
I need to make a will save. Nope. Gonna lay on the ground and curl up into a ball. The baklava.
You don't offer something to a god and then not follow through.
He's not.
I'm just gonna pick you up and hold.
You are now being cradled by a monk.
I'm just gonna just hold it like this.
Put me down. Put me down.
My image was like holding it like a cat.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. That cost me money, but that's fine.
I think you broke our goblin.
Fragile, I guess.
Is it though? You took my
Right.
baklava.
Well-
Emily, I'm right there.
I think there were other questions. They got overridden.
What is your intent with us?
I don't have a set intent.
And why do you continue to engage with us?
Because at the moment, you're doing things that are useful to me.
Are you evil? Why are your followers making these thorn zombies that like to attack people?
Interesting question. I would ponder the events that led you to those followers.
Is it helpful for you for us to help Sheila or not?
That would be giving away the game.
Like,
Usually when one plays game, they also know rules.
The rules are some information isn't free.
What's the cost?
What have you got?
I'm gonna try very hard not to look.
It's probably for the best.
Did I roll a will save?
Yes.
I don't have a thorn thing. I will let you put one on me if you give us more information. No.
No.
But what? I'm helping.
No.
Very well.
No.
No.
Never mind. I take it back. Don't touch me. Evil fucking pastry stealing mother. I'm good. It's fine. I have pickles. Do you like pickles?
Absolutely sure what you're giving us.
Did you make agreement with him?
Can I roll to see if he's lying?
Yes.
She's lying.
I wouldn't know.
I'm not even gonna
That's a
bother
natural 20. So 32.
She is telling the truth.
Okay, cool.
She didn't make a deal.
Her family did.
Okay.
Were you
How
involved?
did you get all powers of his without making any deal with him?
To quote somebody, it's a complicated question.
Maybe so, but we are literally now standing in front of him. Maybe it's time to uncomplicate a little.
I feel we should do that when we are done.
I think he maybe can hear anyway. But you might be right.
Well, it's not like he doesn't know how she ended up with.
I love how we're just talking about him when he's standing
Right.
there.
Just casually eating baklava now.
Just gonna.
Something to bring out there by himself. He's good.
I mean, he's watching you all, but...
Can we have a team huddle up over there?
No.
What?
No.
Fine.
I want to be able to watch what this guy does. Okay.
Team huddle up anywhere else, like another city.
Planet.
That place that we were supposed to be going to.
A different plane of existence, perhaps.
Yeah.
What made you appear in front of us today? As in, you've only ever appeared to us in dreams.
Oh, why am I here physically, you mean?
Yes.
I thought it would be more constructive to talk to you all at once.
And you could not come to this conclusion before?
It wasn't as constructive before.
Can I have my baklava back?
Yes.
Do you want it back?
Yes.
After it's been
No, ew. You didn't eat all of it, right? You didn't eat all of it, right?
No, it's not
All
even
right, the ones that you did not eat, I want it back, please.
I will take one pickle.
What will you do with that pickle?
I will eat it.
Okay. I don't know. Throw it at Emmeline, maybe. That's what I would do. Fine.
I would make it grow out of her arm.
Oh.
That's what a god would do.
Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking. Yes.
Yes. Can no one hear me?
Apparently your microphone appears to have crashed.
Oh no!
No. Why is it?
And
your microphone?
are we all okay?
'Cause
Check. 1, 2. You have
Can any of us be heard?
yeah.
Okay,
Did we all crash?
I can be heard.
Okay.
I mean, I'm getting levels out of more or less everybody that wasn't one.
Gotcha.
You appear to have levels now.
Yay! I have levels.
Yay.
I
Okay.
leveled up.
Yay.
You should be okay.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Thank you for letting us know.
So what do people hear and not hear?
They
don't
probably
even
heard
know
you
anymore.
echoey
Okay.
from
Yeah.
the other
No, I
two
mean like
microphones,
what
but
line did they hear and not hear?
they probably heard the lines. You just
Okay.
were echoey because you were picked up by the other two microphones instead of your microphone.
Gotcha.
Fine. And I will give him the pickle.
Okay. And you will find after you give him the pickle, that the baklava is back in your pastry bag
Sweet.
as if it had never left.
Cool.
And he is now casually eating a pickle.
So, like, what do you actually like digest food, or do gods actually need to eat, or are you just taunting me?
What difference does that make?
As if you're taunting me, I'm gonna be upset, sad.
I am not just taunting you.
Okay, good. Shut up.
Well, do you not want thorn zombies? Is that someone using your power against your will?
I'm not against the concept of thorn zombies, as you like to call them.
But you are against how they're being created?
In honesty, I'm ambivalent toward how they're being created.
They seem to like killing random people. This is issue.
It's apparently a problem. Tirla seems to be trying to work that out.
This is maybe thing you want to work out before you make them then have them right next to town. Or roadway.
You'd have to take that up with her.
So, I have a question. What can we do that you cannot in this situation?
What can you do that I cannot?
Exactly.
Any number of things.
Such as...
Among other things, act in the mortal world.
I see.
And what is it you think I've done? That's
Manifesting here is what I'm saying.
yes, among a number of people who are bound to me by magical marks.
It's Scree can also see you.
Yes.
But the point
Scree-
is,
One
Scree is
goblin
with a
hardly
number of people
constitutes
who are.
large-scale mortal intervention.
I think the point is that Scree is currently among a bunch of people who are marked with this mark. So the fact that she can interact with him right now,
Proximity.
yeah, he can be here because of us, and she can interact with him because she's with us. Roughly?
Accurate.
Still feels a little bit like direct influence or populace.
What gods could not do?
Out of line.
I mean, I
Emmeline,
feel that the dreams are fairly meddlesome already.
It's a little bit more indirect.
Emmeline, I am curious as to hear from his side what your history is and see what he thinks happened. Is this something you would be okay with me asking?
They already know.
So yes, you would be okay?
That's gonna be an expensive question.
If so, I do not need to pay. If not, then... What is your version of your connection with Emily? Would you say your
Are
relation
you
is-
looking for what I'm willing to tell for free, or are you looking for more comprehensive information?
I'm looking for whatever you're willing to tell me.
That didn't answer the question.
I'm not paying you.
Excellent. My connection to Emmeline dates back to a bargain made by her father. That's what you get for free.
What currency do we need to work in to get more?
I'm open to many currencies.
Pickles?
You will find that my concept of an appropriate currency often mirrors the thing involved. Pickles for pastries.
I see.
Well, as far as currency, I have coins, I have opens bag.
I mean, it makes me think of
Like
information
shoves,
for information.
shoves head
but-
partially inside bag. Tea, cookies, crackery things. The crackery things are better than they look.
No. No. I imagine either
Um,
information for information or something else. You know?
Information for information is a reasonable exchange.
Well,
What would you want to know in exchange for us getting more information?
I will answer one question honestly in exchange for one question honestly answered.
okay.
I am wary of this.
Okay.
I'll answer any
It
questions.
seems fair, but I am wary of you.
Already know the information.
You're not the
So-
one making the deal at the moment, are you?
So, on a separate subject, what would
I don't
The-
know what I want to know from him.
the currency necessary be to find out what the terms of gaining and losing your powers would be?
That's an interesting question. In order to, well, gain my power is something of a wide set of possible circumstances. If you are speaking of dedicating yourself as a cleric of some kind, that's more definite.
Let's go with that.
If you wanted to learn how to become a cleric, you would have to promise yourself to a term of service.
What if I wanted to learn how one of your existing clerics falls out of favor?
You might try asking them.
Understood.
There are any questions which does not fit. The most courteous.
Your clerics are rather murderous.
Say something for me, Paul.
Yep.
No, your mic is dead. What the?
No.
No.
Yeah.
1 second. To the under table.
Technical difficulties.
We are apparently
We'll,
doing rolling mic outs.
Give us a second.
It is episode 13, guys.
Yeah, it's episode 13.
It's episode 13.
Yeah.
No.
Lucky number 13.
No. Yeah, give it a shot.
You're gonna lose more than 2 there.
Okay. Please stand by while technical difficulties are resolved.
Oh, we need to put up a little, black and white picture of an Indian.
Oh, both of you were on the same hub. Interesting.
Ooh.
So it's a hub issue.
We should also swap the
Do we?
the
what?
slot they're going to.
We have the more ports. We're using all
Yes.
the ports we have.
We are using most of the ports. That card failed under 2 cameras, so we've been balancing things
Okay.
out a little more.
There's only 1 camera and a keyboard in the USB.
Yeah, which I think is reasonable for them.
We have one spot that people replace.
Yeah, I think this is probably a problem with our USB hubs. I apologize. If you could say something for me again, Paul.
Check 1, 2.
Okay,
Yep,
and Morgan,
yep.
if you would speak for me.
Check. 1, 2.
Perfect.
What is
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you again for your assistance in keeping an eye on our audio. Right, where were we?
We're all good?
Yes.
Perfect.
We were hating on his clearance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Not a courteous
Clerics
relationship.
are
Fucking clerics.
rather
Stupid
murderous, it seems.
Some are. Some aren't.
Well, we haven't met one that isn't yet, so.
Few bad apples spoils the bunch.
And sometimes certain groups of adventurers get sent after bad apples.
Sent by you?
Yeah.
Could always just kill the tree the apples come from.
You can certainly try.
We're not going there.
So is that one of the things you want us to do? Prune your garden a little bit?
I thought that this would be a useful demonstration of the order of things.
Oh, you mean the cave.
Yeah.
So that clusterfuck was not something you wanted to happen?
I was not especially fond of the proceedings now.
What the hell did you want to do?
Did she want to do?
Yes.
She was making more of the creatures you so aptly refer
Oh.
to as thorn zombies.
But instead of Tirla, who was taking the already dead,
Yeah,
she was grabbing them and killing them.
that seems to be the case. Yes.
Hmm.
As we've been saying, there's always a give and a take. You gave this information, as far as we are all concerned, fairly freely. So where does the take come from?
Everything I give you for free is what it is useful for me for you to have.
That's fair.
Do you want us? We did not manage to get one-armed cleric. Do you want us to continue hunt her down? Because I do not particularly like her either.
I'll leave that up to you. You are, as they say, on a mission.
Well, if you do not like her, if you give us information, that probably would be bad for her.
That's
And
true.
we do not know anything about where she is, where she went. You probably are more
I
likely to know
can't
things.
give you where she went. I can tell you Her name
Be useful.
is Veldaris.
Veldaris.
Spelling, Dave?
Veldaris. And perhaps if pursuing her is a goal of yours, perhaps we can work together more in future in furtherance of that goal.
You know, I have no desire to serve you. I am cleric of Marshall, and am
Yeah.
loyal to Marshall.
That's why I said work together in furtherance of that goal.
I am not averse to contract work, but I do not like Thorn. I do not like binding connection. It's not my god.
All right, if you're
Sure.
asking me to remove it, that would be a separate arrangement.
I would not mind, but I do not think you would be quite so forthcoming with simply taking it off.
What would he need to give you? Take it off?
That would depend on what he's willing to give.
It depends on what you want. I am able to give many things. I do not know what kind of thing you are looking for. When it comes to bargain like this,
Yes.
is considering action is part of payment, and I can do any action I am capable of doing. I can dance a jig for you if you want. That is something I could give. What do you want?
I will... how to best put this? I will give you this one for free. You are already on an assignment for one of my servants.
You said I would get rid of by
I could
competing with Tila.
override that assignment. I don't think you'd find it being much less trouble.
That would have to be paid.
Huh?
And also, I don't want to owe her your debt.
I will think on.
So it would cost double.
Well then, if you all find the need to pursue Valderis, or just want to talk, I think that if you fall asleep while concentrating on your thorn marks, that you'll find yourselves able to contact me. Otherwise, I'll talk to you again at some point. And then he will step backwards, kind of behind the tree,
Just go.
and doesn't appear to reemerge from behind the
Bye.
tree. I mean, he might just
Those
literally
were
be standing
done,
there.
yeah.
Bye.
I suppose let's continue.
Why are you all so obsessed in making deals with this guy?
I don't want to make a deal with him. I want to get rid of Mark I have so I can ignore him forever. Currently, I cannot ignore him because he put Mark on body and comes into my dream. I want to be able to ignore him forever. It's not deal, it's try to get rid of whatever is going on.
Any deal that you try and take is just going to extend that even longer.
That's why I didn't make deal, did I? I just asked, is there a way I can get rid of? He says, keep doing weird collection bullshit.
We've already been pulled into this. I wanted to get more information about what we've gotten into.
I want to know more about your dad, Emmeline. Staring at you forever.
Maybe relevant. Can
Yeah.
you tell while we walk? We have long journey ahead.
You said you'd tell us when it's relevant, yes. Super
Still doesn't
relevant.
I'm gonna finally put you down.
But I want back up.
Old Yeller style.
Oh.
We'll miss you.
Look at the rabbits.
just-
Yeah.
Just look out
I
over,
was
just
thinking
look
that.
out over the lake screen.
Oh.
Imagine the nice house we're gonna get.
Think about the rabbits.
Oh my god, I hate you all.
Oh,
Stupid
John
mice.
Steinbeck.
My high
I'll
school
tell you why.
experience is finally
I'll tell
been
you why I
useful
hate
for
you all
something.
at break.
Yeah.
What do we got?
So, I do think I would like to know more about this deal your father made. What happened between you to get so many thorns?
My father was a greedy man. And he had something that he wanted something that he couldn't have. And he made some deals to try and get that.
What did he want? Can you be a little bit more specific? Or do you not know?
He wanted children.
More children?
He got me.
No, I think she means children in the first place.
Ah,
His wife couldn't bear children, and so they made deals, and
so you were
Perform
born with
rituals.
thorns.
and then he never paid back, and that is how we got where we're at.
Do you know what he had to pay back? Like what's the-
Everything.
Oh, okay, well.
There's a reason why the House Chauffoyer is in shambles, and everyone
So his
I know is dead.
the cost for a child was he loses all earthly things and life.
No, I don't know what the original cost was.
Yes,
It just wasn't paid.
And this is the consequence. Well, those were the consequences.
Well, makes more sense.
I'm sorry that happened to your family.
I know.
I'm
Just
so
imagine
sorry,
the
Emily.
Bramble man like poking his head back out from the tree and being like, "That's not quite how it happened."
Close.
No, you're right. It
Here's
was
a
just a mental
baklava.
image that I couldn't get rid of.
Emilian, here's a baklava. Eat it and feel better. Thank you for sharing
Like
our
those
stuff.
little chibi character boxes, and it's like, huh? Those reaction boxes. That's not how it happened. You know, arm flail.
Well,
Anyway,
yes. Eat it, Emilian, eat it.
Tries. Just like
There you go, pat, pat. Such
like
a
on the
good
back of her
Emilian.
calf.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. Sorry, your dad sucks. Kind of. Anyway, let's keep moving, shall we? Let's go. Yes.
Yeah, I'll start walking.
Mm-hmm.
okay. You continue back on the path back toward the road.
I'm just gonna quietly walk like near her, but not like in your space, just to show support. But I know that you're like talking about stuff, so I try.
It's a good attempt.
Ivan, did you like how I made fun of him? How he's not as good as the marshal? Did you like that?
It was very
I did that for
amusing.
you. I did that for
I
you,
appreciate.
Because you're my best friend. Besides Orm. But you know.
It was. I did enjoy. It was very amusing. It made
See
me
his
proud.
look on his face. So perfect. Such a stupid face. I hope you hear me. Pickle eating block of a ceiling motherfucker.
Oh god.
to town.
So as she walks along, Tessie is going to try to stand away from screen in case of lightning strike.
I have a rod of lightning though.
It's
fine,
It's
it's
fine.
fine.
Wielding it the whole time.
She's got a ground
Sure.
rod.
Yes.
Just like-
Did not specify the source of that lightning.
Oh god.
And she will be doing, and I need to work out or find out what the logistics of this would be, but she would be doing some sort of meditation or prayer or whatever the walker's followers do when they're trying to seek guidance from him.
Sure.
Any form of that she can do while still walking.
Sure.
Which I imagine, being that which walks in silence,
Is a
there
lot
are
of
things,
sense.
yeah,
Yes.
a lot of silence and also things that can be done while walking.
Yes.
But
There's a lot of silent contemplation. But yes, you can focus on that notion. Generally speaking, the Walker doesn't give any of its followers guidance outside of dreams, so short of showing up on its own, which would be interesting.
well, yeah, I mean, but
It's possible.
trying to
Yeah,
sort
it's
of maybe
possible.
send ahead the request for guidance, hoping to get one in a dream soon.
Guidance.
I can cast that as an action.
Yeah, but you're immune to it. Anyway, so
I can also cast guidance on myself, but
So you continue onward, back toward the road. And after a little while longer, you reach it. Somewhere back there is a dead horse. Can't be too far back because,
Go get it, Sparks.
the difference in distance between the two entrances wasn't terribly far, and you weren't that far off of the straight line that you left the road at.
I'm worried that if it was stabbed by one of those thorn zombie things, that there's poison or something inside of the horse, and I wouldn't want Sparks to eat that. That's just my
fair. I did not think about that. Poor
Reasonable.
horse.
How about to start walking down the road?
Okay.
I will take point, I suppose.
For a while, it's a quiet trip. Hey, first couple of hours back on the road, you don't see any more passersby for a bit. And more or less, the two sides of the road are, kind of quiet woods on one side, and then just open, grassland on the other. A few times you dip close enough to the border of Squirtile that you can see the forests that make up pretty much the entire border region. But, no horrible monsters come flying out of them, so that's a plus.
Yeah.
And the further you get, the more distance from that encounter perhaps seems to ease your minds. Or not, up to you. Not telling you.
Probably not.
Not telling you how to
I've
feel.
seen-
Just saying it might.
We'll
Oh.
save to not feel awful.
Probably
Nope.
2 or 3 in the afternoon, you finally start to hear a sound along the road. And actually, let me get a perception check from whoever's closest to the back. So that's gonna be Scree and one other person who would be near the back of the line.
Oh, nope. 7.
That's a nat one.
We're so
Oh
good.
wow. Okay.
We
all
are
don't hear
in
shit.
contemplation.
You don't hear
Oh, that
shit.
baklava. Oh, the pickle.
So, rather than hearing something, you don't hear something and
All right.
continue traveling for another 15 minutes or so.
Fuck.
Great.
It's good times.
You have hero points.
You do. You
Nah.
I'd rather
They
use
w-
it during
they're-
combat.
They're not even attributed to the Bramble Man. He
Yeah,
also
there's not
has
even
that
grapple
one.
hero points. There's normal hero points for heroes.
I am not a hero, Dave.
You don't get hero points.
You
No.
get
kind of
goblin
points
points.
Sparks get hero points.
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes he lets you use them.
Thank you, Sparks. You're so precious.
Yes,
That's my
because
hero.
Sparks is the actual protagonist of this story.
Yes. Right. Sparks.
Right. So, for another 15 minutes or so, you all press onward until inevitably the sound becomes too obvious not to be heard
Oh god.
as a cart is catching up to you all.
Sparks is a hero. You are his goblin mount.
I will.
I'm gonna have an existential crisis now. Please excuse me.
Anyway, there's a cart catching
I
up to
will
us.
just start. I will walk as I'm walking. I'll just walk over to the side of the road to let it
Sure.
pass. Yeah, I'll continue walking along the side of the road instead of in the
Yep.
middle.
I'm gonna cast detect magic while it passes.
I'm going to look over at the cart curiously, but also just walk over to the side of the road.
Okay.
Oh yes, I'm not gonna stand in the middle of the road either.
Are you trying to hide yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you may roll stealth, or you may activate the hat if that's what you feel like.
That takes like a minute. Is that
It
enough
does.
time?
You hear it far enough that you could probably get the cast off before
Okay.
the cart passes you directly.
Yeah, I'll do the hat, and I'll just make myself look like a little mini halfling again.
Okay. So, you all
you're
slide
a
off to the side of the road as this cart starts to pull up. And as you look over, it appears to... It's a fairly nice cart. Solid wood construction and 2 large horses pulling it. Driven by a single female dwarf. She has this, like, fiery orange hair that seems to be arranged in ringlet curls and has a stunningly well-kept set of bright orange mutton chops. And she doesn't even really look over at first, but as she gets close by, you notice that she is also wearing the armor of a member of the Creed's Guard.
Does my detect magic show anything?
Some components of the armor. Well, yes, there is magic nearby that is not coming from you guys. Detect magic gets
Like
really
a
just that
frigate,
much
yeah.
at the moment. So,
Okay.
that said, you presume that the magic is coming from her or the cart. So,
Cool.
It's the horse. It's
could
a
be the
wizard.
horse. Could be polymorphs dragons. Who
Ooh,
knows?
food.
Does it just go past?
She doesn't stop. So,
Okay.
Should we have her attention for the armor?
Sure.
Oi there, Creed's Guard.
Boy.
And kinda like
just kind of
chase after the
started
cart a
to
little
pull
bit.
away, but
Yeah, like kind of shout out loudly
you
and
hear,
like, chase after it.
you know, you see the cart start to slow.
Coming around to the side and looking up. We found a member of your order who had been fallen in combat down the road a ways. Is she,
Yeah.
she's going the other? She's going towards the
She's
horse.
going toward Southwatch.
He's coming from behind us.
From okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have seen the horse on your way. This way.
Yeah, I got it.
We retrieved his armor, but the gentleman in himself is still in a cave back midway down the road.
And as you've gotten close enough, like, and are right near the cart now to talk to her, you see that the horse is in fact just kind of laying in the back of the cart.
Oh,
She apparently lifted the whole damn thing and
Jesus.
threw it in there.
damn!
Dwarfs.
That strength score, though.
You know that the marshal has specifically a domain spell for insane feats of athletics.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Yes.
say for putting horses on carts. Yes. It's specifically
We're
what it does.
lifting entire horses.
I
It's the
have
only thing it does. Cart horse.
Yeah.
I have armor in the bag here. Along with, I think there was some sigil of house, right?
It had
You
his
said
family
some
house.
family house.
Would you be looking for the bounty then?
Yes.
Well, yes, but also want to return the armor. He's a
I'm
member of cards.
for the armor. Yeah.
But I yes.
So that's the wrong accent too. We're just gonna go with it.
Yeah.
It's looking to.
Bad accent there.
Happens.
We're all a little bit sleepy today.
Looking for reward. Also, just want to make sure he is properly honored. This warrior of Marshall.
Tell you what. Why don't you show me where he is, and then I'll give you a ride wherever you're going.
Sure.
Seems fair enough.
Good. Photoshop.
So then we all start to walk back.
Sure.
I will. I start to get on the
Yeah,
cart.
the
Yes,
cart.
I mean, she
Yeah, the cart.
Okay.
Presumably,
Yes.
it's back. Basically, where you found horse. Very close to there.
Okay.
Body's not gonna be there.
Sometimes the players write the plots.
Why did you
Damn
say
it,
something,
Paul.
Paul?
No, she starts to guide the horses back around. It takes a minute because it's not like a super wide road.
What is your name?
Oh, I'm Kendall
Kendall.
the Merciful.
Kendall the Merciful. Oh, you have title.
All the Creed's guards do.
You are. It is. Can I tell whether or not she's a paladin or cleric?
She's definitely a champion.
Okay.
She's wearing like plate armor and all that. So I mean, I guess
Yeah.
she could in theory be a
Sure,
cleric
right,
who
but
is,
she looks like she's a champion. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
she's got all the trappings of a
Yeah.
champion.
You all get titles.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense, I suppose.
Didn't you ever notice?
I've only met a few.
Oh, well,
It's not.
they must have all had titles.
Is not many Kriesgard and Skyvuskill. So only recently have I actually met Kriesgard. I will continue to make small talk. And,
Sure. She will happily continue small talking.
Did Captain Henry have a title?
He is Hendry the Faithful.
Actually, I will also once I will sit up with the horses with her as she's driving them. I assume, do you guys get in the big cart?
I worry about
Yes, by the horse.
So when everyone else gets in, I will actually switch over to Dwarvish
Sure.
and start conversing with her in Dwarvish.
I worry about being too heavy with me being a half orc and
It's
the
a very
horse.
sturdy cart.
Okay.
It appears designed to carry large amounts of something.
Large
Okay.
amounts of dead horse.
Possibly a large amount of dead horses or dead other things. You will notice that the inside of the cart does have vague
Oh, it does say Henry the Faithful.
blood-looking stains.
Cool.
Not just from a horse. So it's possible this is a corpse cart.
Is there any small thing around besides the horse?
No,
Any-
the cart is otherwise empty.
Cool.
I will sit as far from the horse as I can.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I will just sit, look out over the back.
Yeah, and I will make small talk about the marshal and
Sure.
various things and be kind of flirty in Dwarvish.
She will reciprocate.
Aww.
Um,
Knew it.
she,
Companion.
yeah, I mean, she seems to fall pretty quickly into, talking about life as a champion.
Uh,
Specifically talking about being from, Kirkenmore, which is a town to the west. It's the largest dwarven mine on the continent.
okay. It's in Cadia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because most of the dwarves are in Skyvuskil, where there's ice instead of rocks. So, so the largest dwarven mine's in Cadia.
So yeah, I'll just make small talk and
Yeah. She asks about, dwarves and Uskal dwarves because she's never actually been
Uh-huh.
there.
And I'll tell her what I know. So I'll skirt around the gang part of,
Sure.
of such things and be speaking more general terms. But
Yeah, I was in a gang.
so he says to the guard.
Yeah. Smart.
Hey, it's a different country.
It's
They have
fine.
different laws there.
For jurisdiction.
But yeah, and
Until I found
And
the
talk
marshal.
Yeah, and talk about like the relation between them and how he became a cleric, and
Sure.
being a war priest as compared to a champion kind of thing.
Is anybody else doing anything on the way back?
Nope.
Aside from just staring out the back of the cart.
Jessie will giggle a little bit at Ivan's conversation because she does speak Dwarvish, and then continue, contemplative meditation while like free drawing or free writing or something, whatever comes.
Sure.
We'll take this time to meditate as well. You know, we're sitting for a bit.
Gonna be very alarmed when we get back to the tree
I actually
area.
likely also will, while doing this, just absent-mindedly, just kind of like out of habit, I'll take my sword out and be like kind of polishing it and stuff because it probably has, you know, cultist blood all over it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not clean. But,
In
Oh, you're gonna polish your sword now, Ivan?
in her drawing somewhere there will be a picture of two little dwarves with a heart between them.
I and K.
New sigil!
Anyway.
I'm gonna actually do like a little heart INK in the cart.
Oh my god. Sure.
Entire party ship.
Eventually, she asks, you know, the topic will get around to like why you're traveling with this strange set of people, and eventually your disguise elf is gonna wear off. By the way.
Oh fuck. Tessie, where's the cloak?
Like barely even looking hand, just answers the cloak. Holds my hand out with the
Just,
cloak.
like, put it over.
And he will also tell her that he was sent by Bastion. They're going to report to the thing. He won't reveal any like real details about what they were sent for unless she really pries. But he'll tell the general like, "Oh, Bastion sent us to go report to here with some business for their Creedsguard."
Name dropping.
Yes.
Basically.
Bastion.
She's
Yeah, I know
absolutely
the Bastion.
Yep.
I know the Bastion, just saying.
Well, if you call him the Bastion, goddamn, you know him because that's just his name. It's like being like, I know the Morgan.
I know
the Morgan
the
of-
Dave.
Interestingly enough,
Not
it
just
is in
any
fact
Dave.
appropriate to
The
say
Dave.
the Dave.
Anyway, so
Who's your DM? Oh, the Dave.
Yes.
The Dave. There's only one the Dave. It's my younger brother.
Well, yeah,
He
he's
is
the
the
Dave.
He's the Dave.
once you get back, I'm gonna need like a survival from someone to get the right path back to the entrance.
Good thing I'm shit at
Wow.
survival.
That's a
I was
12.
making specific note about
13.
this. Is there literally anything else I could use other than survival? Because I'm terrible at it. Since I was like making notes of it.
Yes, I will let you.
Well, wasn't Ivan doing some sort of like directional thing?
He was using.
I
no
would have
direction.
no direction up.
Yes,
And I was making specific
I
note
will-
of where North was.
I will
so.
take note of that. I don't know what else you could possibly roll though.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking. I'm like, nature.
Sure, I'll let you go with nature.
It's not great, but it's better than my survival.
I will.
I got
I
got
will
a
say
20.
as I'm looking around to go like,
Nature.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
just for
letting
Emmeline.
Emmeline roll nature instead of survival.
Yeah, only
Oh.
13.
Can I try?
So I will say to her like, cannot seem to find trail we had before. Maybe has dissipated in hours, but I do know is that direction.
It's over
by the
river that we were.
And north is this way. And in relation, I remembered north. I had the direction up, and so Marshall was guiding me north, and in relation to that is this way. I cannot seem to find specific trail though, but this cave this way. Can I search to find the other trail that we came out a little farther down on?
The one by the river?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one that went to the other
Can I
entrance.
try survival?
You can try survival.
Okay.
I will wander off, and I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
It's not horrible, but it's not good.
Oh,
I got
14.
17.
You're never gonna find this cave again.
17.
Scree, you managed to zero in after a while of Ivan like pointing toward north while like searching
Yeah,
in
like-
random places. You managed to sort of like catch sight of a familiar set of like trees and rocks in a layout that you recall.
It was definitely over here. No, it wasn't over here. Maybe over here.
Ivan, point this way. It's this way.
You should just like you should just like take his arm and
Yeah. Yes. Just,
It's like this way.
Photoshop.
yes.
Do I see the trail now that she's kind of pointed out what we noticed? Okay, I'll go.
You kind of get put on the right path.
And I will also this way, and I will.
And I will magic detect to see if my sigil is still there.
Yeah.
Your sigil is there forever.
Yes, it
And it's
literally doesn't
invisible.
go away.
I love it.
It only goes away if you put it on living things.
So good work putting it on the ruins of a cultist sanctum.
And finding out that the
That's
sanctum
never
is
gonna
not
come back to
alive.
haunt you.
I can take it off, right?
You can,
yes?
yeah. You can just end any sigil you've put out.
You should
I mean,
change
we
it
don't
to
need it
Ivy.
anymore. Oh. Amelie.
Look what you did. Look what
I
you've
will
done.
do another sigil on the outside of the rock.
Is that one
Not
also
invisible. This one is visible.
People may make a perception check to notice her doing that. If you want.
No.
I got a 20.
I'm not paying attention.
25.
I just walk right in to the cave.
What's your deception? Do you
Actually, no, 24.
Or
It'll
your
be
stealth?
22.
Your stealth.
My stealthy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just be 18.
Okay. So you both notice that she did something there.
I giggle just a little
On
bit.
on inspection, you notice the sigil, and everybody walks.
Yes.
Kendall appears to lead the way.
Does she
Hopefully,
notice?
no.
Haha.
Hopefully, she causes her sword to light up.
I will actually also pull out my lantern.
Activate Ring
bag.
of Rings.
And
Torches.
Produce flames.
I don't have cool stuff to do, but torches are cheap.
we also have 3 people creating light, so you probably can see
Yeah, but I
fine.
want to feel helpful.
No.
It's gonna get you an ever-burning torch. Be fine.
It's got like its own sheath that you like pull it out
You can
of.
have a burning torch if you want.
Can you just continuously use produce flame to make like a little light
Yes.
in your hand? Cool.
Oh shit, I can do that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Produce flame makes torch light.
We're good. Yes.
Burn?
Burn and burn.
Burn and burn. Slash and burn. Burn and burn.
Burn squared.
Oh god.
Scorched Earth.
Yes.
Everything dies.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, you all proceed down back into the little underground. Not really a complex. It's just kind of a room with 2 tunnels that go to it. But
Yeah.
back into the chamber.
Is the body still there?
It is, in fact, still
Okay.
there.
That's good.
Victory.
So yeah, I
No
will.
thanks to you. You almost jinxed us. You're like, watch the body.
I'll say,
not
this
there.
is body here. I do not have any method to preserve, but I can gentle repose it tomorrow. I can prepare if we need.
Oh, I don't think that'll be necessary. But
Okay.
we should be able to get him back to Southwatch.
Autoshow.
I can carry it.
Well, I can handle that.
Carry him. Okay.
She carried a horse by herself.
And
I
she
guess we should just not use master.
like kind of looks at him for a minute, kind of like grabs a leg, grabs an arm, and just kind of flips him over onto her back.
Fireman's carry.
Fireman's carry.
Yeah, just like fireman carries this body back up out.
It's like Death Stranding when you're carrying like a tower of stuff.
Yes, it's a little bit like that.
All right. Stupid question, but Tessie's a little paranoid. She's going to search around the area to see if there's anything that they didn't notice earlier when
Anything
they
that's
were doing the
changed?
search. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
All the strewn bodies of the cultists and stuff are around.
They're still there.
I will, on the way as we're walking Miguel, go like, they were trying to do raise the dead, turn them into one of these, and I will kick one of the thorn zombies.
Well, that's special.
The
You know what you should have done, Scree?
27.
Like throw your voice in like a
Nothing
growl.
appears to have
Make
changed.
it seem like it's still
Okay.
alive.
Stop encouraging the behavior.
Amelie, you're so bad for me. I thought you were supposed to be a moral compass.
Amelie is, Morgan is not.
Fair. Fair. Can I actually take a dagger and try to like saw off one of the thorns of these thorn zombies?
I mean, you can. It's going to take a while because the actual thorns are, 4 feet long. And
No, I
this-
just want like a small end of it.
You can try, yeah.
Can I try
You're gonna try to use it
crafting?
as like
Sure.
a
We'll
dagger.
call it crafting.
Aw.
Damn. 14?
Some good crafting components right there.
14?
Okay. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it takes a few minutes,
Okay.
but you manage to get it off before you get left too far behind.
Okay. Cool.
And now you have, probably about this long of just to be wooden thorn. It's got a weirdly red sap-filled core.
Can I try to take the core out? I don't want it like to poke me and poison me or something.
I mean, it's all part of
Okay.
the same thing.
Maybe I'll just test it. I'm just gonna stab myself
It's
with
not like
Really?
razor sharp or anything.
it. Is it gonna like poison me though if it like
Hard to say.
I'm gonna put
We'll
it on my
find out
friendship
actually
bracelet
Realizes
anyway.
herself and gets eaten by a wolf.
That's going on my friendship bracelet.
Scree plus no one.
3 minus 3.
That's really terrible,
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
It's okay. We'll remember you.
Rip.
Right. So Kendall carries his corpse back up the tunnel, somehow also carrying her sword. And
Have you thought of joining the circus?
I've already got a job.
Okay. You'd be a hit.
Thank you.
Are there usually pledges involved in serving in the Queen's Guard?
Yeah. Yes.
No, I was saying
She wouldn't have to
yes.
stop being a Creed's guard.
kind of a full-time position generally.
Okay. Just continues on.
So eventually you get back up to the surface, then head back to the road. And she finally gets up to the cart,
And, that's where.
bunks the body into the back.
How about weekend shows at taverns?
It doesn't need to be in circus, Tessie.
I'm not really the
Not-
performing type.
Okay.
Everyone's a performer at heart.
She starts climbing back up into the cart. Now, you said there was some kind of mark
Duh.
to identify him?
Here, I open up the bag of holding and fish around and pull out whatever piece of armor had the
Crest.
mark, the crest on it, and go.
Yeah, it was actually attached to his clothes underneath.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, then I'll pull out the crest itself. If it was a separate thing, pull it out and go like, "Duh, he had this on underneath armor."
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know which house it is?
Yeah. Oh, do you want to know?
I'm curious.
It's this is Matthias the Cold-Hearted.
Ah,
That heart's really cold.
It's like a speeding train. Just can't get out of the way. You see it coming, but it's too late.
Nothing to be done about it. The puns shall be there.
unfortunate end.
Yeah, well, it's part of the job.
There were 2 other of the thorn creatures that we had run into. Have you guys been missing guards lately?
Not that I know of, but I just have been making runs
Well,
in the
if-
cart.
If there are missing persons reports. Possibly is one of those two down there.
Not that there's much left of them at this point.
Uh,
Well, we'll find out. You said you all are going to Southwatch.
that
Well, that's convenient, because that's where I'm going. So,
works out beautifully.
probably be midday tomorrow by the time we get there.
What time is it now?
It's mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Just gonna do my best to hide in the back of the cart so she doesn't see me.
I'm gonna enjoy the countryside while I'm not walking.
I think she rolled like absolute balls.
Yes.
That was a natural one on her perception.
Sweet.
She's distracted.
By
I'm just-
Ivan.
Hi, Ivan. Yeah.
I'm just saying,
And him polishing his sword.
from the bets alone, you can make a fortune. I mean, it's like, oh, no, she can't lift that horse. Oh, no, she's just a dwarf chick. Oh, but watch her lift the horse.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna tell her about this, or are you just gonna?
I'll keep it in mind. So does anybody have anything they particularly want to do?
No.
Just continue small talk.
Okay.
Just occasionally eat
Switch
something.
back to dwarvish.
Hide.
So, for the next several hours, she just continues driving the cart. Eventually, the sun sets.
I will also, during that time, spend at least 10 minutes attuning the coyote code.
Sure. Yeah, you've got plenty of
Yeah,
time to
so-
do all that.
Can this be a long rest or no? Okay.
I mean, you can get a long rest on the way down.
Yeah, can I do
But
that?
yes, you will, as soon as I'm done with this
Oh,
narration.
yeah, gotcha.
The end of this was going to be, oh, hey, is anybody going to sleep? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Actually, no.
No sleep.
No sleep.
Not until we
No
actually like
dreams.
set up camp, kind of thing, or like get in an inn or somewhere.
Or if we get to Brooklyn.
Shut up, Paul.
She clearly seems to be planning to drive the cart through the night.
Yeah. I'm
But
just gonna chill.
okay, so she continues on as the moon rises, and more or less things seem quiet. She's very definitely alert, as you aren't terribly far from the border of Scortile. Again, once or twice you can see the trees off in the distance. But nothing seems amiss.
At some point, Tessie will probably sleep, being used to sleeping on moving carts.
So you're staying awake? Is anybody else planning to stay awake through the night?
I will take I will rest at some
Okay.
point.
Emmeline is finding it very hard to sleep today.
Fair enough. So eventually those who plan to sleep find a spot not full of dead horse to lean against the side of the cart and catch some rest.
Or the dead,
What's that?
or the dead man.
He's kind of like on top of the horse.
Okay. Like a pile.
Ew. Gross.
I keep thinking of Monty Python. Bring out your dead!
And I think that's a good spot for us to take our break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bring out your
It was a
dead!
better spot 30 seconds ago, but you know. So yeah, we're gonna take our break. It's probably gonna be 15, maybe 20 minutes. In the meantime, hopefully you guys will stick with us, and we will talk to you again very soon. Okay, we are back from our break. Thank you for sticking around.
Hello, hello.
A couple of things before we dive back in. We want to talk about what's happening here over the holiday period. First big thing, on December 1st, we are going to do something a little bit different because schedules are going to make it difficult to do our normal thing on December 1st. So instead of doing what you've seen us doing this whole time, you'll see us playing Untitled Goose Game.
Goose.
Because
It
sure. So yeah, we're gonna kind of like do a couple of things that are gonna be taking it a little easier over the holidays. And one of them is going to be sitting on a couch together playing Untitled Goose Game.
Be the start of a series we're probably gonna try and do
Probably
more
swearing at the
regularly,
TV a
Yeah,
lot.
starting on after the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other big things on December 22nd. We will be interrupting our normal stream again because we will have a holiday special episode of a little RPG system called Power Outage.
It looks so much fun.
Looks super
We're
cool.
superheroes, guys.
It's, it's
Big
this
damn heroes.
really, honestly, genuinely fantastic system designed for children to play superheroes.
Hand
So
to
for
God,
us.
I kind of want an excuse to bring it and play it at work with my elementary school class.
So
So,
we will be playing children's superheroes.
yes, and it's going to be
It's
fantastic.
gonna be really fun.
Shout out to the designer. His name is, I honestly cannot pronounce off the top of my head. It's what? You want to take a shot? You can. I should have asked him before. I just off the top of my head, I was like, I should shout him out.
But your communications have been via text, right?
Yes,
so
exactly.
you
It's
haven't
not like
heard
I've
it
talked
pronounced.
to him.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's a great dude. We've talked a little bit on Twitter, and he made this system and was kind enough to send us a copy to play with. So we will be playing that for you over the holidays on the 22nd. On the 29th, we aren't going to have a stream because we have families, and they like to see
We
us.
do?
Sometimes.
Christmas is a time that exists.
Yeah.
So December 29th, we will not have a stream. And then there will be a cavalcade of new and interesting things coming up after the beginning of the new year.
We'll be really expanding.
Which,
Yes.
yeah, we've got some new things in the pipeline, some entirely new shows, and a couple of special side projects.
More chances to make Dave weep.
Yes.
One thing that
best
about
thing.
the power outage thing that I want to mention is we will also be really putting in an effort in making it child friendly.
Yes.
Because it's a system designed for kids. We will be playing children in the system, child superheroes. And so if you have kids that you think they'd be interested in it, they feel free to have them watch. This
Yeah.
will be child friendly. We will be not cursing. We will be not,
Yeah. Right, though, I will do my best.
That ruins Paul's plans, but for the rest of us.
Right?
Okay, I'm going to put this out there. We're going to be pre-recording that episode so that I can edit out.
Yes.
afterwards.
There
it
will be
child
editing
friendly.
done.
It will be
Yeah.
child-friendly if I have to stay up all night to make it.
So so that's a good one if you want to. If you have kids that might be interested in it. It's a good episode to show to them.
We'll also be going on our YouTube site.
Yeah. of
Yeah.
course.
Oh yeah,
it'll be-
everything we do goes on
As with
YouTube.
everything, it'll go on YouTube as well.
Okay. Is there anything else
Good.
we need to
I
talk
think
about?
that's.
Do you want to talk about Patreon? Or is it
Yes,
not quite
we
there
do
yet?
have a Patreon. The Patreon is up. It is still kind of under construction, but we have a few reward tiers at the moment. We will be coming up with rewards in the tiers this upcoming week. We will also be coming up with clever names for the tiers this upcoming week. But it is active. So if any of you want to go on our Patreon, it is just have dice will save on Patreon. And I believe we'll have in the YouTube video at the very least there will be a link in the description, and going forward there will be
Yeah,
a
there's
link
not
in the
currently
description.
one in the about
Currently there
section.
is not, but it is active. If anyone wants to be a Patreon, we would greatly appreciate anything that you can give. The lowest reward tier is $1, so it's not like we're gonna be scoffing at someone for donating. Whatever you can is greatly appreciated. It will help us upgrade all of our equipment. It'll help us just make this better for you. And if you can't, don't worry about it. We still be here. We're still doing it for you. But it is up and running now. So anything you can give, we'll go back into the show so that we can give a better experience for all of you guys.
The other big thing that I almost forgot about talking about We've been doing this just over 3 months now, and I put together a survey so that we can get an idea of like what people think about the direction things have gone, what people would like to see in the future, and so on. We've got it linked on all of our social media stuff and in our Discord. At some point in the near future, I'm going to just see if I can get a spare second to link it in the chat.
Yeah, you should
I
have
will
to
also
ask
put
again.
it in the description of the YouTube video. And if you guys get a chance to fill that out for me, that would be really helpful, just because it's much easier to come up with ideas than to tell how people are feeling about them. So
There's not an option to choose which character you want Dave to kill first, so you're gonna have to DM
only I
that
can
nonsense to him.
but I do take bribes by way of Patreon.
He couldn't decide either, so just early on he decided all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spam in chat. You should die first.
Why choose only one?
Our name. Yeah. Just take our name, shoot some magic missiles at it in chat. We'll get the message.
Oh no. Bye, Emmeline.
And the second half of this episode took a very different turn.
Yes, it did.
This is
Shot with magic missiles.
Yeah.
I am attempting to build camaraderie by giving you all a common enemy. And then killing you.
Just mad as angry at each other.
Alright, but
Right into my business.
okay.
I'm sorry, there's a sword in my arm.
It's
I
not
didn't put it.
There's a
technically
snake in
your
my boot.
fault.
It's not all my fault.
Didn't say it's your fault. We said we're gonna blame you.
There's a difference.
So,
Okay. 2 in a row.
when last we left off, the party had gotten on board Kendall's cart, headed toward Southwatch. And several members of the party had decided to go to sleep. Except for the cousins, I believe. You are the only ones staying awake. So,
Lack of trying.
Tessie,
Yeah, spell.
would you be so kind as to do me a favor?
No.
It's okay, the creepy music's not playing.
Right. It's not a dream.
You may, if you wish, at this point, roll a will save.
Oh, fuck you. I will absolutely roll a will save. I will roll one. Whether I will succeed.
Don't say you roll 1. You gotta roll 1.
Nope.
Okay.
It's okay, Siri. She always knows well.
Yeah.
23.
She's good at this.
Okay.
Her dice like her.
Unlike mine.
No, they're just going to blow your character.
Story is sad.
I mean, if you would also roll a will save.
Dueling dreams.
That is 16.
Do I have to? Yes. Suck it.
Somebody doesn't have
Screw
a
you, Bramble
thorn.
Man.
I'll screw you like
Shut up.
You made him the pickle. You made a deal.
No! No, the pickle! I knew they would ruin me someday.
Your addictions are your downfall.
Too deep. Let's keep going.
Turns out yours was the most expensive deal of them all.
The talk of pickle addiction has gotten way too real for Bree.
I don't like pickles.
She truly
I
hates
hate
them.
pickles.
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
I'm leaning on the here. Paul, say something for me real quick.
Yep.
Okay. Morgan, say something for me quick.
This time wrong.
Why is cousin dead?
Okay.
So dead.
Yeah.
Yay!
Thank you very much.
Thank you for pointing it out.
watching in the chat.
We
We're
will-
gonna figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, we'll have for
Yeah.
next time. We'll have this figured out.
Oh
'Cause
dear.
is it just the hub?
Mhm.
It's
Unlucky.
them being on the hub. For
Together.
some reason.
If I figure out when we're gonna buy another $20 USB hub and it's gonna work great.
Is it? Did you switch hubs then?
I did.
Because that suggests that it's just something about both mics being on that slot. We should switch.
I switched slots. You might have to change assignments on there.
Hey, are we working now? Because
Paul say something?
Check, check, check. 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
Yeah. Okay, Morgan say something?
Something? Is this working? Is it not working?
it's saying that we're working. It's the chat's saying that they can hear us. So.
Yay!
Okay. Yeah, well, we'll have this figured. Sorry about this, guys. We'll have this figured out for next
This
time.
means you should donate to our Patreon.
For better USB
Shameless.
hubs.
We can afford better things.
Things are dying. We need the money. I have family. I have a family.
And it's dying.
It's dying.
Your family is USB hubs.
Yeah.
That's, I don't want to know.
My poor hubby.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I'm not coming back ever, guys.
one
This
was
is my
painful.
last episode.
Someone shoot me.
Not as soon as we allow you to leave. Me and Paul.
I will fight my way out, okay?
You can probably get through Paul, but I'm bulky, so you
Next
know.
week on Have Dice Will Rumble.
I think we got there.
Okay.
We good?
Yay.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Thank you for your patience, everybody.
It's fighting time.
As you can see, our technical setup, it's a little prone to potential failure.
It's a little extremely professional and not at all prone to issues.
Extremely professional.
Nothing but the highest quality.
Yeah.
that we could buy at a drugstore.
We totally have not just duct taped 3 pieces of plastic together and put a wire on it and call it a day. Like,
Anyway,
It was 4 pieces,
what was
thank
I
you.
saying for this episode?
you're having us all
You
roll
had
bill
us all
saves.
roll.
Right,
Yes.
will saves. Ivan.
And I had a 16.
You had a 16,
Yes.
which was not good enough. So, Ivan,
Yeah.
as you sleep. Oh, I remember. Right, we were talking about how you don't have a.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you sleep, my face hurts from the smiling.
That's what happens as I sleep? Huh, interesting.
Your face just
Dave,
starts
no,
hurting.
not
Your
your
face
face.
starts hurting
Dave's
from-
face.
Ivan is asleep, therefore my face hurts. So, as you sleep, you're going through your normal dreamscape. Possibly dreaming about home or drinking contests. Kendall. I wasn't gonna say it.
We were all thinking
Yes.
it.
Yes.
I'm just saying that in the real world, she has entirely too much armor on for my liking.
Can always take the armor off.
That's the plan.
She's
Oh,
busy in
God.
a cart right now.
With her
But
consent.
eventually, you get to Southwatch, right?
This is Dreamscape. It is not
Right.
In Dreamscape, however, sure. But whatever you happen to be dreaming eventually gets interrupted as you find yourself in that black void scape again.
Guess who's going to be helpful?
That's gonna be an awkward ass dream. Imagine him dreaming of Kendall, and then all of a sudden.
I don't have to. Charlie does.
We interrupt this broadcast. Bring it.
It's suddenly interrupted, whatever it may be, or not. Is suddenly interrupted. And for a moment you are alone in the dark. Until Tirla appears.
Hey, she actually left me alone.
It's because you're not asleep. She literally can't leave you alone.
Eat a dick, bitch!
Just never fall asleep again.
I found the solution.
Problem solved.
Just eat those -4 exhaustion penalties. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll shut up now.
So Tirla.
So Tirla appears, looking around for a moment and looks slightly frazzled, perhaps.
Oh, it's you.
Yes.
Hmm.
Sorry. I wanted to update you. Your target has stopped moving.
Target. You mean star thing?
Yes.
It was moving?
Yes, I told you that. Well, I told Emmeline that. It was being moved into score tile.
And it is now in score tile.
Yes, it has stopped moving.
Where?
30, 40 miles south of the border.
How much more of this do I need to do before I get damn Thorn off?
Oh, well, the 3 objects.
Okay.
I didn't tell you there were 3. There's 3 of them.
See, this is good information.
Yes, so this is the second one, obviously.
So I have seen more people be murdered and turned into Thorn Zombie.
You have?
That
shouldn't be possible.
Well, I have body of Kreisgard that I stopped from being turned into Thorn Zombie by killing other Thorn Zombies and some clerics.
Where are you?
Approaching border of score tile.
Yes, Southwash.
The.
That shouldn't be possible.
And yet, in fact, I think I saw Scree steal some Thorn off one, so.
You saw who?
His friend.
Well, wait, I'm sorry. Let's go back. You saw more of those.
Are you still
Thorn
making?
zombies.
Are you still making Thorn Zombie?
No, why would I need to make more?
I don't know. Why did you make first ones? I'm still creepy on this part.
They were experiments. I had to perfect the process. Anyway, no, I have not made any more.
Well, there were at least 2, and would have been 3, but I kill people, and that solved problems. So
What? Wait, what people?
I did not get names. I killed them. They were making Thorn Zombie, so I killed them. There was one other cleric person, one armed cleric. I don't remember a name.
One,
Only because it's written down.
a tiefling with horns.
Duh.
She's very close to dead.
Any information may be helpful for, not having more dead Kreisgard in back of this cart.
She is another. I suppose you could say colleague? No. We're in the same line of work.
The cleric of Brambleman.
Yeah.
The. What? How do you get to be
Nemesis?
cleric of Brambleman anyway? I never even heard of man.
It's complicated.
Well, it's Dream. I guess. I mean, Dream have lots of time.
Yes, well. You want the whole sordid story?
Would probably be helpful.
Fine. Step 1. Be terribly desperate. Have, for instance, the only thing you love in the world killed and impossible to return. Step 2.
That's good.
Find a way to return them. By any means necessary. Step 3. Chase every lead until you find rumors of a being who can do amazing things. Step 4. Contact said being. Any questions?
How does contact said being work?
It's a communing rite. It's... You're a cleric, you'll learn it eventually.
I guess, what are general rules and what are anathemas? I mean, it's kind of
the
what...
Bramble Man.
This
Yes.
is generally how gods are defined as to what they do, is by anathemas, by
Yes.
powers. What are these? What is he?
The
Who
ones
is he?
I am aware of, at very least, to mind one's dreams is required.
To mind one's dream.
Yes, to respect your dreams, to
Okay.
take note of them, not to ignore them. To
Well, Ivan doesn't respect anything, so you're out.
to not interrupt the flow of nature.
Is that literal, as in trees and bushes in
On
nature,
on
or
a broad scale, yes.
okay,
The circle of life kind of concept.
is bringing
Don't sue me,
back
Disney. I didn't mean it.
is bringing back from dead not part of flow of nature?
No, the material is what matters. The nature doesn't care about the soul. The tree does not care if it's being inhabited by a soul and walked around as a living being or not. It's about whether it is there.
I take word for it.
So, in essence, I could not clear a forest or
No.
or stop a forest from burning down. The big ones. Obviously, he seems to have a certain amount of disagreement with the conclave. And so, certain actions in their support are considered anathema.
Who is, by the way, considered to be the god of nature?
Oh, the Seeker and Starlight.
Okay. And Seeker has nothing to say about him having nature as part of his whole shtick.
I don't know. I haven't really found her to ask. Feel free to find out and let me know.
Well, one-armed tiefling cleric. Any idea what she might be doing and why she...
I thought she was dead.
We tried.
Well, keep trying.
This plan.
That's not an official mission. I don't have any more leverage against you, but I encourage you to keep trying. She made...
Two, tried to do third. Killed other tieflings and thorn zombies. Took onyx from ritual.
I thought there was more than 2.
Were there...
She only had 2. There were a total of 4 thorn zombies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Killed a total
Oh,
of
yeah,
So
there was
amended
more
that to
from the
4.
other room.
4
Yes.
killed four other zombies.
I
And
forgot about that. Because you guys dropped the first 2 so fast.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. We gotta-
It was convenient because I only had a total of 3 thorn zombie models.
Oh.
And I was like, well, they'll kill one and I'll have to come back out. And I was like, oh, well, they just killed 2.
No.
There we
Yeah,
go.
forgot we dropped him so fast.
Yeah.
But, so the four thorn zombies, we killed the other 2 clerics. She's on the run, I suppose. What was the name again? You seem to know her. What was her name?
Veldaris.
Veldaris. I'll forget again.
Be that as it may.
There's other people. I have other people. They remember better.
I have people for that.
It does connect some dots,
That's usually my line.
but yeah, she should not be able to do that.
No. So 2 more objects. This one is in Scortile, has stopped moving. 50 miles.
30 or 40.
30,
is my
40
best
miles.
guess.
30,
It's-
40 miles.
It's
From the
being
border.
occluded somewhat by something else's magic.
And we find that is 1 more after we find that, and then debt is paid, Thorn go away.
Yes.
Photoshop. I suppose I have nothing else.
Good. I don't think you're strong enough to contact me back yet, so I can't have you contact me if you need anything.
I can make effort, but
But perhaps soon.
Gotta learn that black magic.
In the meantime, I am going to ward myself against scrying. Excellent speaking with you.
can't say the same. But have good warding.
And then she vanishes, and you are returned back to your dreams.
Kendall.
Dreams are good distractions.
And then Ivan forgot everything he was supposed to tell.
I forgot all of it.
So I assume at some point you do plan on communicating so
I mean,
fast.
I plan on waking up first, which I haven't done yet, supposedly.
Well,
But
I mean,
yes, when
it
it
was just like, that's a joke, right?
That's totally a joke. That'd be really unfortunate.
It would be.
totally.
Anyway, I mean, you do you. So,
We'll see
after a while, you do in fact wake up
in the morning.
in the morning.
Yeah. I will start off, with my general morning prayers
Sure.
and plotting, preparing all my spells and everything, and offering, polishing armor and everything for the marshal. And then I will go. Who else? You two are still awake, right? Has anyone else woken up yet?
Exhausted.
Like, do I? I assume everyone kind of wakes up around the same time.
Yeah.
Everyone?
Generally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would like.
I'm doing alright. I meditated, so I'm okay.
Kendall,
Looks like hell.
do you want any
I'm doing alright.
food?
cousin.
Oh, I'm okay, thank you.
Okay. I can summon some food for everyone if you are hungry.
Oh, if you're making it anyway.
Okay. I will conjure food for some breakfast
Okay.
and hand it out. And when I pass it to them, I had another dream from Dirla last night.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Artifact is stopped moving 30-40 miles inland.
Kind of like throws like a concerned glance at Kendall for a second. Just like, I guess we're just talking.
That's fine.
Also, apparently, tiefling cleric person was thought to be dead and is not supposed to be able to be doing those kinds of things. So, make with what you will, but they don't get along.
Well, we kind of
don't-
got that from the last encounter.
Duh, but it's just saying, you're confirmed, they don't get along. Not supposed to be able to do, so. Oh. And, more information for later. So remind me if I do not bring up again. I
Very
forget. Anyway, I go up to Kendall and be like, here's, and it's just conjured food. It's not tasty, but
It works.
and I have for you. I'm going to pull out a torch,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to cast continual flame
Nice.
on the torch and go, here, it's ever burning.
I can just create fire, right?
Duh, but now you do not have to. It's ever burning. You said before.
Is it ever hot?
No,
Yeah, I like kind of like poke at flame. Is it warm?
no.
So can I just store this in a bag?
Opens
I
up the bag of holding.
Oh. Oh,
I can
okay.
keep it on my own person,
Sure.
I guess, if it's not going to catch fire on things.
It's not warm. It doesn't burn anything. It just stays there, providing light and forever.
Curious.
Curious. I'm curious.
Thank the marshal. Is his gift.
All hail the marshal.
All hail the magic conch.
Yes.
No.
It does cost you 6 gold of ruby dust.
Oh, does it? Okay.
That's an expensive.
It's.
That's an
do
expensive
we
spell.
have? Would I have had like a material
I'd say that.
pouch?
Yes.
something?
You
Okay.
You could have reasonably acquired 6 gold worth of ruby dust
So yeah, I
at
will
some
have.
point.
I will scratch it off.
I mean, it makes sense. This is a price to pay for that kind of stuff.
Yes, most permanent effects definitely have prices attached.
Unless you can just set fire and stuff because you're super cool.
Can you set fire to the rain?
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Why?
Because it was right there.
so do reach it.
So what you see me do? What you see me do is I take a torch out and I reach in, rummage around with it, pull out just like a little tin, open it up, and you see me take some ruby dust out. And I kind of sprinkle the ruby dust around on top of it, and as the ruby dust is kind of settling onto it, shimmering like fire, it starts to turn into actual fire, and then it's when I hand it to you.
Useful. Thank you.
You mentioned ever burning torch. I figure why buy one when I can make.
I don't think I mentioned that.
Maybe we're
think you
walking
did.
in
It's like a Facebook
We were walking in cave.
Technically, I bet you.
Well,
I was gonna say.
someone did.
I don't even think Emily
The
knows
voice
about
of God
everything.
mentioned ever burning torches.
The marshal
You
mentioned it.
you wanted to
Ivan.
use the torch when we were in the cave. Now we do not need to ever buy other torch.
That
Yeah,
was
that's
true.
true.
She wanted to
Yes.
use the torch.
Yeah, I pulled out a torch and used it.
Anyway. So,
Mm.
the cart ride continues for a while.
I will also, as we get back there, I can cast Gentle Repose on the body
Sure.
of the Creed's Guard.
It's your second level spells done, I believe. No, you have one more. So.
I've-
Cast it on the horse, not the crease.
Yes.
Yes.
On the horse.
The horse was the
I have my
best.
priorities straight. Thank you
Patches
very much.
requires preservation. I'm sorry, Sir Patches.
Sir
Patches. Aw.
Rest in peace, Sir
Aw.
Patches. You fought honorably. And by that, I mean you got ambushed and died in the first 6 seconds of combat.
Honorably.
And
But
after I cast the Gentle Repose, I'll head back up to the front of the cart and eat my porridge with my grits with Kendall.
she seems like to barely even like think about the food as
Yeah.
she eats it.
It's not
Pretty clear she's
particularly
used to not
inspiring.
eating-
Yeah,
not eating great food.
it's
Down here on the front, the Creed's
Yeah.
Guard don't necessarily get gourmet meals.
They don't get top quality.
No.
Mm-mm.
They get top ramen.
It's not ramen. Only the best ramen.
Yes.
Top tier food.
They get meals ready to cast.
yeah. All of you have a bowl of completely flavorless mush
They
that
go
is, in
rations.
fact, very filling and nourishing, but is completely flavorless mush.
We're fairly familiar with it at this point.
Yeah.
It's like
Here's
day,
our-
day 3 of it or
Time,
something.
yeah. So is anyone doing anything else on it?
You know, this wouldn't be bad with some honey.
Meditation.
I think it would mostly taste like honey.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing, but you know.
I'll
Or
feed
like
some
some
to Sparks.
some spices.
Sure. Sparks
Sparks.
leans out, takes a little bit. Tack.
I know.
Sparks fly out of his mouth.
I know. Get you better food soon, okay? Not the horse. Don't eat the horse. It's bad. Or the dead body. Don't do that. Friend, not food. Okay.
He just grumbles and like climbs back.
Attaboy.
Yeah, so
I like how the only distinguishing thing is it food or is it friend? There's no like it's an object that you probably shouldn't eat. No, this one's
Fish
a
are
friend.
friends,
Friend.
not food.
I will also at this point probably, since it's been like a whole day and everything, I'll refill all our water skins.
Hey.
Cool.
Thank you.
Those all get refilled. And
Yay.
Water.
And that's when a giant comes in. Now that you've used all your spell slots.
Just lumbers over the horizon. You use your spell!
I was waiting for this.
this is why I have swords.
This giant telescope.
This is why I attack after breakfast.
No, he's a giant rogue. He's taken lots of levels in rogue. And there's just secrecy.
Yes.
He's stalking
You're
us for
sneaking as a
hiding.
very large
Yes. Among the other giants, he has tons of stealth.
It's a little loose today, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. It's just one of those
I have
days.
the spells that matter, which is heal and other heal.
So, the cart ride goes on. Amelie, you managed. Those of you who stayed awake may wish to sleep now or may not. That's up to you. But you are. Now that everyone else is awake, you have the option of sleeping.
Oh, I need to. Hey!
I rolled a-
can actually get to sleep now.
I have a 26 in my fortitude to just stay awake.
Okay. I mean, you'll take a point of you'll
Exhausted.
take
You might not
fatigue.
want to stay awake.
It's
That's
like-
the thing. Like,
Well, I mean, she could just
can.
sleep once you guys get to South Lodge, maybe.
yeah, if you
Who
want.
knows? Who knows?
Emmeline does not succeed on her fortitude and slumps off on the side. Just kind of like, I'm awake. I'm not awake.
I'll make sure you don't fall off
And
the
the
cart.
dreams begin.
No, I don't
During
want
the
to get
day, I
stabbed
can't have
again.
dreams
No
during the
rest
day.
for the wicked.
Wow, is that ever done?
That's not how dreams work, Paul.
No, but we saw him in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
We actively saw him in
You
broad
fell asleep.
daylight.
Now he can sneak up on you.
Just wait until
Just like
it's in your
snaps
dream.
awake, dagger. Somebody else almost gets knifed.
I'm gonna sleep
still
out
screaming.
far away from you.
Always.
It's always
on the
me.
other end of the cart. I'm sorry.
You just
it's
threw it and it like.
Anyway,
So
so
Yes.
Emily falls asleep and nothing happens.
see, nobody gets knifed today.
Yay.
Yeah.
And the cart continues onward until a little after midday, when you see South Watch approaching in the distance, and the first thing you see is definitely the wall.
Mm.
It's sort of, as you've gone along, the terrain has been open, but definitely not like smooth. Southwatch is built on like the flattest part of the border, and it's got a fairly long wall surrounding the encampment. It's sort of a city. It's like it's like a fort, more or less. And you see the high, mostly stone wall. There's a few spots that seem to have been replaced with lumber walling. Like, yeah, essentially just big logs. Where at some point the mason work was taken down. And as you get closer, you see, a few trails of smoke rising into the air from fires inside. And there's figures milling about outside now and again, coming or going on patrols. And finally, Kendall turns the cart off the road into the tall wooden gate. She pulls it to a stop, shouts up to the guards on watch above the gate. There's no one actually physically outside. And they shout back down to someone you can't see behind. The two huge wooden gates swing open, and you find yourself pulling into Southwatch. The main thoroughfare has at least something passing as cobblestone. It's a little bit patchy in a few spots, but it works, and the cart rolls down through, making quiet sounds as it bounces off of the roughly bitted cobble. On either side, you can see various people. More than a few are definitely of military persuasion. You see uniforms and armor and weapons. But there are a few of the more civilian sorts. Several times you pass by someone hammering on a sword, or stitching leather armor or something of those sorts. At one point, you see someone in long flowing robes that you might think is a cleric, but doesn't seem to have any obvious holy symbol. So take that for what it's worth. And finally, Kendall pulls basically straight to the center of the fort, in front of a kind of a stout but wide and boxy building. It is one of the few buildings inside that appears to be entirely mason work. And the sign above its iron-enforced door says, "The Watch."
Come to the right place.
Before we get there, I'm gonna use my hat to disguise myself as a mini Tessie.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that.
Cool. Arr.
Well, thank you for the ride.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
You need us to assist you with any of this.
No, I'll take care of it. You've got the armor still, yeah?
Duh.
Good, they'll handle that there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And then I like bow politely.
Maybe if things get sorted out, I can find you somewhere later, buy you a drink.
Oh, sure. I'm gonna be here until tomorrow morning.
Ahora. It's where would I find you after business is done?
Well, after hours. I'll probably be, around. There's not an official inn, but there's a couple of spots near the barracks.
I'll keep an eye out then.
Let's get this armory.
Duh.
Mhm.
And I will pop down and
Yep. Anyone who isn't Ivan can roll a perception check to catch the sly wink she gives him on
Oh.
the way past.
Everybody.
Yeah.
That
That
23.
is 17.
15.
22.
I don't think
The cousins
Spree
know.
gets to see it. But everybody, you're too short and trying to be a halfling.
Dang it.
But everybody else gets to see.
No. But my ammo against Ivan.
Against your best non-armed friend.
Yes.
It's very important. You must be well armed.
Yes.
Hey, in drinking combat, there is no rule.
Not wrong.
There are no friends and no rules in drinking combat.
Only food.
Speaking of which, at any point, do you examine that thing you took?
The thorn
Badge?
thing or the badge?
Oh, the badge.
I am not pulling it out in front of these people.
Okay.
So, not yet.
Moving on.
God damn it, Scree.
Scree's not wise, but she's also not stupid.
I'm not wise. I'm also not smart.
But you're cute.
I have
That's all
lots
that
of
matters.
dexterity and lots of charisma.
Mhm.
Kendall recedes her cart off into the distance. And you step up to the doors. There is a pair of guards there, but Kendall already kind of gave them the high sign. And you are admitted inside.
Yeah.
This building is actually the brightest lit instance of the watch you guys have been in yet. Apparently, people down here like to read their papers. Because there's fairly large windows, though they do have this sort of iron lattice work over them. And a number of lanterns hang from spots on the walls. And there is also in the main entryway, a kind of a central, not quite a chandelier, but it's like a hanging, it's more or less a chandelier that appears to have been enchanted with continual flames
Yeah.
to cast their light.
That shit's expensive.
TM.
And as you step inside, there is a fairly young-looking female elf sitting behind a desk / heavy table. It could be characterized either way, but she is scrawling away on a piece of parchment and appears unarmored.
Walk up. Good evening, or morning. Me and my companions have been traveling on the road, and we came across one of your order that had met an unfortunate. We retrieved his armor and brought it with us.
Oh,
We've also helped Kendall to find his body.
so you want the ransom for armor then? well, bounty for armor, whatever word you want to use.
That would be appreciated, yes.
Okay, well, do you have it with you then?
So, we'll open the bag of holding and pull out the. I'll pull out like I guess like the breastplate.
Sure.
Be like, rest is all in here. Where do you want me to put it?
Oh, you can just leave it here.
For sure. And I'll take it out one by one, put it down on.
Oh,
Get the armor set.
well, this is a good one. Do you know whose armor it was?
It was
The cold-hearted?
cold-hearted.
Matthias.
Matthias the cold-hearted.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's so sad. He was such a good Creed's guard.
Oh, and I pull out the little sigil he had, the house sigil, and be like,
Sure.
this was on underneath armor, was his.
Well, give me just a moment. And she gets up and goes back through a door behind her. And if you're paying close enough attention, you might be able to hear quiet voices beyond.
Alright, paranoid.
Sure.
Oh no.
I'm also very, very sleepy.
Yes.
Kind of wanna.
And
Nope.
as we have well established, Emmeline does not do well.
Wow, we all
No,
suck.
none of us
Yeah.
hear it.
Nope. Sounds completely quiet.
Nothing.
As well established, Emily does not function while sleeping.
No.
So, you step, or you wait there for a couple of minutes, and then she steps back out from the room beyond, carrying a small bag, like a pouch. Well, this'll do it then. Thank you for bringing his armor back. You've done a good service to the Regency.
Thank you very much. We're sorry that it came across that way. Fortunately, most of the people that were responsible are no longer alive.
Well, that's good.
Something that is of concern, there was a cleric by the name of Valdaris.
Valdaris.
Yes.
Okay.
That we ran
Looks
into.
down and scratches out on the parchment again.
She's a tiefling. She has only one arm, visible horns, blue skin. She was the ringleader for that, but she was able to get away, so it would be concerned if you saw her again.
I thought her skin was purple.
Well, it was purple, like bluish purple.
Okay. Her hair was blue.
It was dark, guys. I don't have dark vision.
You were right next to her. You fought her.
I'm sleepy. Shut up.
Might have gone out again, Paul.
Oh no.
Again.
Morgan's still
Episode.
Just Paul's went out.
Paul's.
13th episode. 13.
Should I just plug into the 3, or should we just try the 3?
Yeah, give it a shot. See what happens.
Because I gotta try that. Check it.
Sorry again for technical difficulties. You were.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was more bluish purple, but
I
Donate to
don't
our
think
Patreon.
we'll mistake her for someone else.
unlikely.
She takes a few more notes. Well, thank you then. I'll pass that on to the commander.
Incidentally, I believe we are also supposed to speak to him. As soon as possible.
Okay. I'll go get him then. Or would you like to go see him?
Whatever's most convenient. We were sent from High Watch in.
Oh, well then maybe
Marklestown.
you should go see him then. It'd be more private that way.
Yeah, very well.
Right through here. She gets up. And she has this almost like wispy movement to her.
As she's walking over behind, I will kind of whisper to everyone, just so you know, I talked a bit about Brambleman with Tirla. Apparently, anathema for him is interrupting flow of nature. Like clearing out forest or stopping forest from burning down. Either way.
Oh, rest in peace, Bransford.
Well,
But stopping flow of nature apparently is part of his domain. As well as not respecting dreams.
That's interesting.
So, this is information I got.
Oh, that's something.
Say this as like kind of we're being, but like
Sure.
hang back and whisper it to people.
So, as you are led back through, you see a fairly tall human sitting behind it's sort of a more of a square table than a proper desk. It appears to be used for like planning and meetings and such, but he is currently using a desk-like. And he looks up. He's got a shock of whitish hair that's sort of close shaved at the sides, and the paler skin of Southern Cadia.
Good morning. We are traveling here from Marshall's stand, and I believe Bastian sent word of our arrival ahead of ways.
Oh yeah, you're the group he was talking about. He said something about needing to go into Scortile.
Yeah. You said it's going to be 30 to 40 miles
30 to 40 miles.
south into the territory.
We don't have much we could spare for an escort if you were hoping for something like that.
I don't think we need escort. We just need. We're reporting in, so we do not interrupt anything.
Well,
Cause problems.
I'll make sure none of the patrols give you any trouble.
We appreciate it.
Do you have any patrols that happen to be heading in that direction in the next couple of days?
No, I don't think so. We've got one coming back if you see them. You should be warned. There's reports of guerrilla fighters, some band of treetop resistance.
We'll
So
keep
tread
eye
carefully.
out.
They usually target caravans or anything.
It's
just as
hard
likely
to
to-
say. It's been unpredictable.
I was hoping there was going to be a way to get past, but
Well, we'll be careful.
But be on
keep
your
eye
guard,
out.
very well.
especially toward the swampland.
Maybe we'll try and steer clear. Or is-
Depends on where you're going. The swamp's pretty big, especially about 20 miles south.
unfortunate. We don't have. Well, we'll figure it out.
There's paths through you should be able to find. We've marked some. We're parts of the way. We don't go that far south often.
Well, thank you for the advice. We'll probably be heading out in the next day or so. After restocking.
I think. And evening, gather supplies, and then head out tomorrow morning.
Fair enough.
Very good then.
Where would we be able to stay in encampment?
We could assign you a spot in the barracks.
Would be appreciated. Better than tent.
There may be an inn in the area?
Are there civilian lodging?
Not
Inn?
a proper inn, no.
Very well.
Is anything else you would need from us?
I don't think so.
Then I suppose.
Not unless there's anything unusual.
Not that I'm aware, other than what we've told you.
We told some of your guards downstairs that we had happened across one of your guards that had met an unfortunate end. Matthias the Cold-Hearted.
Really?
Yes, he was ambushed on the northern road, about 2 days walk north of here.
Huh. Well, that's unfortunate.
His body, we helped return body and armor. His body has been preserved for 24 hours.
Well, that's good.
So,
We'll see he makes it back to the stand. He was a good guardsman.
I believe a person up front has details of incident.
Yes, I'll get
so.
those from her. Thank you for your assistance. Then you've been paid already. Yes, she brought.
Duh.
She told me that armor came in.
And
Very well. Thank you.
Gorjan.
Well, if you need anything, stop by here then.
Will do. Do svidania.
Can I set up a small little lab somewhere to make a little bit of potions? Is there a place for that?
I suppose, as
Cool.
long as they're not dangerous.
No, of course not.
Their confidence is awe-inspiring.
I
We would
know what
never
I'm
do
doing.
Anything dangerous.
Never.
Cool, you rolled really bad.
Wisdom, also wisdom stat.
Champions don't need wisdom.
Nah.
They're strength and charisma and nothing else. Well then. Yes, do be careful, but otherwise...
Duh.
Okay. Great.
And round head out.
Yep.
Okay.
And as we are heading out, I will open the coin bag and see
It
how much it is.
has 21 platinum.
Wow.
Great Scout armor is expensive, motherfuckers.
So,
21 platinum.
So we each get about 4 platinum.
well, we would each, yeah, we would each get 4 platinum, and then there would be 1 platinum left over,
You can use that as
which we would each
General
be
group.
get 2 gold basically from it.
oh, that works too.
So
Okay.
I guess on
And
the
that'd be 2. You could, in theory, if you really wanted to get drill down, you would each get
2 platinum, 2
4
gold,
2
Right.
no
4 platinum.
4 platinum, 2 gold, and 5 silver.
Okay.
If you broke things down sufficiently.
Back into the 30s. of gold.
Yeah, and a platinum, of course, is 10.
Back into
Yeah,
the
well, so it's
tubes
21
of
platinum, right?
gold.
Yeah.
So why were
It's
where
okay,
the
you got a
silver
shit ton of
come from?
platinum.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8, 1 platinum.
Right, the 1 platinum could be broken then into 2 gold each, which is 8, and then the last 2
2
gold
gold
would
each
be
is 10. There are 5 of us.
Oh my god. No, never mind. So yeah. So it's I literally just did all of that math based on the notion that there were 4 of you for some reason.
Happens. It's
Originally
fine.
there were 4.
I'm
Maybe.
sorry.
3
Dave.
minus 3.
It's just anyway, yes. So yeah,
We still
you
love
each
you.
get 4 platinum and 2 gold.
Yeah.
And the math is easier.
The math is easy. That's the important part.
I did the first part of the math right. The
yeah.
full platinum part, I
Yeah.
was fine with. It was just like after that, I was like, oh, there's 4 of them, right?
There's 5 people, unless we get down into subdivisions, and then there's only 4. Rounding gets weird.
Dave, what was that dude's name again? That we just talked to?
Technically, you didn't tell me
Oh,
because you didn't. Ask.
What was his
He's the
position?
commander.
He's
Commander.
the commander of the Creed Squad.
Cool.
Like commander of the regional Creed Squad.
He
You
didn't
can
seem
ask on your way out
particularly.
if you want, but
He
Nah.
didn't seem particularly interested in our plight, so we didn't seem particularly interested in his.
No, it's fine.
No, considering everything, I think that I have possible name idea.
We're here to
Ah.
take care of your rat problem.
I think that is good
Yeah.
slogan.
Best name. Best name.
I think with us all, with everything that we've had kind of at the same time, we should be the dream team.
But I don't have those dreams. I mean, I guess I do have dreams,
Ah,
aspirations.
Everybody has dreams.
You are part of our.
but in the we got direction coming in from Dream. We all, are on quest because of dreams. Even if you do not have Scree, you still are moving because of dreams we had in this direction.
I guess. Sure. I guess.
I'm so happy about it.
Your dream team.
Your
It's perfect.
enthusiasm.
I like it. I will have a new sigil made. Just a gigantic C.
Oh, what?
It's the Z for like the
Oh, a
Z.
Z.
Like a bunch of
So you said a
Z's.
gigantic C, and I
No.
was like, what does that stand for?
Sure.
It stands
Because-
for, it stands for Cramble Man.
It suddenly sounds like a Thanksgiving phrase.
Yeah.
Sounds for
he's
crumble.
he's a breakfast treat now.
We will make him crumble.
It's fine.
But
Yes.
And now I kind of want to make a Thanksgiving cookie gingerbread
So now we have-
variation.
Called the Cramble Man.
Yep.
Say cranberries for eyes.
No, but they have
Yes.
to be green.
You're
can-
not wrong.
Yeah.
No, this is the Cramble Man, not the Bramble Man.
it's different.
Totally different. This one's got purpley red eyes.
It's just a big cranberry with limbs and a face. Okay, we're
But we
walking
have-
away from this.
Yes, that's
Wait,
a great
I
name.
think it's a good name. It works with what we have. Is good for if we need to put a name out to get contract. If they want to gather group for some kind of mercenary work or something. It's good to have organizational name.
And we're here to take care of your rat problem.
It's a slogan. The dream team. We are here to take care of your rat problem.
Great. I like it.
Well, I don't hate it more than a lot of the other suggestions that have come up.
Don't like the bramble bunch.
Morgan went in again.
No!
Morgan, please.
Oh, for the love of all things holy, why are these microphones doing this?
Episode 13, ladies and gentlemen.
13.
It's the lucky number.
They probably cut out because I was trying to.
Try something different.
Probably. It knew. It knew.
It knew exactly what I was going to say. It was like, nope.
Not today, Morgan. Not today.
Now they'll never know.
Sometimes it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
We get like lip readers on it. Morgan, say something for me.
Hello? Hello, world? Can you hear me?
No.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
God.
Yay.
It's me, Morgan.
That's bad, and you should feel bad.
Yeah.
I quit.
Take me with you.
We quit.
Just leave the stream running, everybody goes to get burgers.
Yeah.
I'll hold down the fort, guys.
Good. You stay here.
The rest of the stream is just Morgan sitting here making contact. Nobody's around, it's just Morgan by herself. Fun after fun.
Or I can just go into depressive rant.
No.
The end
Puns.
result of any chain of puns.
Yeah.
Was never hugged as a child.
I killed you.
And now you've been hugged as a child.
I think so.
The branch, not the branches.
Brambles?
Brambles?
The brambles.
Any of the USB hubs.
My hubby.
Are you?
What?
Because yours just went out.
God damn it. I myself on the hub now. The version to a separate hub.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just yours.
So
So weird. Let's try to unplug it, plug it back in again, get it going so that we can move on with the scene.
Again.
No, my hubby.
Just throw it out the window.
Yeah, can we just light it on fire?
Yeah.
Okay, reduce
Is
flame.
Morgan working?
yes.
Is yours working?
Is mine?
Yeah. You said you were out.
I mean, no. Yours is what I said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Am I back yet?
Testing, 1, 2,
Yes.
3.
Yay!
Yay!
All right.
Yay! We have mics.
So we had.
Hi, Mike!
Oh, hello, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Technical difficulties. Gotta
Alright.
love them.
Anyway.
We need to have that little, like, screen thing that says technical difficulties in the circle.
Yes.
Has a little like
Uh-huh.
dance music.
Yeah.
Elevator music.
But so we had you were gonna make an alchemy station.
Yes. Alchemy station. That's right. Yep.
It is going to take some time.
Okay. I was gonna ask you, like.
I
don't know how much.
It's like 3 days or something.
Oh.
Crafting stuff.
Dang it.
Oh, yeah, no.
Nah.
we're not gonna be
We're not
near
gonna be.
that
Yeah.
one.
Never mind.
I mean, you can be. It's up to you. But
We have a mission.
We need to get one of those portable mansions where you can set up your own crafting skill.
That'd be
We have a
nice.
stage.
there is a pocket stage.
And
Although then it wouldn't be a very
will
good
it,
stage.
will it shrink though?
No,
Will we
anything you
shrink
put on the
with
pocket
us?
stage will not shrink with the stage.
Ah,
so
darn.
now
So
that
you
would be great.
set the lamb on the stage, it shrinks, the lamb crushes the stage.
No.
The end.
Aw.
What if you build a tiny little alchemist lab with really tiny bottles?
And you'd get a fake alchemy lamb.
Ah.
That would not expand with the rest of the stage.
Also, yeah, I mean, you would get essentially a theater set version of an alchemy
But
lamb.
wait. What makes the stage shrink and grow?
Magic.
Magic.
But like, okay, then why can't we put the same magic on the alchemy thing?
Because
Because you would need
the
to cast
stage
the
the
enchantment
stage props
again.
are all
Here's the thing.
illusions.
Here's the thing, Morgan.
Okay.
Like,
you
it's
you
the-
could, but you would need to cast it again on the alchemy lab, and none of us know how to cast that
The
magic.
description also specifically says that the stage setting and props are all illusions.
Yeah.
And that the costumes are actually plain smocks that have illusion effects on them to show costumes.
So probably it's gonna take a bit too long to set up alchemy lab.
Unless we get the portable
So
mansion.
forget
stuff.
I asked that,
Yes, eventually.
It's so good.
because we're not staying that long. Darn.
Someday.
Someday I will make more alchemy fire.
But
Anyway,
Ivan's gonna just kind of wander the camp and just look around, see if there's anything interesting, whether that be like some people sparring or
there's
like,
a lot of like training sort of things.
yeah.
going
He'll
on.
probably just go around and just interact with things. Anything that's interesting, he'll like stop and do some sparring with people or like discuss weapons with someone or anyone that stops and go like, hey, oh look, it's a cleric of the marshal wandering around like.
There's more or
Yeah.
less all of that.
Oh look, there's a half orc just walking around. Fuck are you?
Oh, eventually my sky stuff is
Yes, yes, it does. I don't know if you have a plan for that, but
Hide.
gone. Seek out a dark corner and eat my baklava for a minute.
You just walk in my shadow.
Yes.
It's very
like a
large.
fucking Jawa.
Yes. I love you guys.
I'm not related
you.
to you anymore.
Anyway.
Yes, basically that. God.
And now we're in a Star Wars game.
Anywho.
So.
So yes, you can definitely find all sorts of people to talk to about weapons and the martial and
Yeah.
sparring with them and things like that. It's not a problem.
So yeah, that's basically what he'll do. Wander around and just kind of be a cleric of a marshal in a giant, war camp.
Yep.
I'm gonna
People are into it. You
walk
get
around.
a couple of requests for like blessings of the marshal and that sort of thing.
And I'll do that, but I don't, without any actual magic.
Right.
Like,
Cantrip, prestidigitation. Have some sparkles.
Well, I mean, like they're not expecting you to
Yeah.
cast spells on them. They're just
Yeah.
looking for a holy man.
and I
Do
I will
holy
do
man
that
thing.
and
You just
sigil
carry glitter in
anything
your
they want
pocket.
sigiled.
Sure.
It's like signing autographs.
Except
For God.
It's the marshal.
Just carry glitter in your pocket. Be like, here.
Bless.
Bless.
Definitely take the character in a different direction. than you were expecting.
I can cast fairy dust. Can I just give him that?
Perfect. Yeah, no. I'm just hiding.
Sure. But outside of that, unless anybody has anything,
I'm gonna walk around, just try to kind of keep myself awake.
sure.
That way I can stay awake for like a full actual day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will, first of all, try to find out the commander's name.
Okay.
Just,
You find that it is Philip of the Southern Moon.
Philip of the Southern Moon.
Yes.
I didn't find that out, so I can't write that
I'll tell everyone when I find out. Just, and then I'm also going to try to look around for whatever area the troops would go for recreation.
Are
Sure.
you trying to find Kendall for Ivan?
down.
No.
Are you trying to set up a performance?
Yes.
So you come across the barracks, which conveniently is also where you're going to be sleeping. And there's sort of a makeshift like camp outside it, where some people set some tables and there's ale about.
Is there space for a pocket stage to be set up?
You can find some space, yeah.
All right, I will find some space nearby there to set up my pocket stage.
Okay.
I will set up the stage for a performance of one with Cadian colors as the large theme of the background. The background is not an actual like stage setting, it's just mostly backdrop.
Sure.
I will activate my Ring of Rings, glowing Cadian colors, and I will also... Would I be able to run a rope to do aerial ring tricks on the stage?
I think I'm gonna go with yes.
Okay.
It's got stage rigging.
So
Illusionary
I will,
stage rigging.
I will run a rope so that I can do aerial ropes in addition to juggling and, multiple hula hoops and the acrobatics inside the giant ring, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Whole 9 yards.
You may make a performance check to entertain the troops if you wish.
Okay. I can't remember. Let me... the stage doesn't affect the performance. Okay, I thought so, but I just wanted to make sure. It is my ring that... The stage allows me to actually have the rigging to do the aerial hoops.
Yeah.
Ooh, cool.
Also, it has a stage, so people are going to pay attention.
15...
There will also be people. Will it has to be
So that is 27.
Okay. You seem to get quite a bit of attention. There doesn't seem to be much in the way of money about the camp, but
Not my goal.
yes, but they certainly seem to be paying attention.
Star Stride Fair.
And I'll have my box out with our generic flyers, or whatever that the next stop would have been, or just
Next stop is the Theoton assembly. But yes.
Maybe the next stop in Cadia.
Yeah. It's gonna be a little while before they come back through Cadia, but eventually they'll be back in northern Cadia before too long.
3 years from now, we'll be down here. It'll be great.
I think actually probably find some people to spar with,
Sure.
Beat 'em up.
and see what is kind of the average combat ability of the troops here.
I mean, there's a pretty significant distinction between the rank and file troops and the veterans. If you mean median ability, not insanely good. They're trained, but they're not, on average
Yeah. You'll probably find some people just that are sparring or training or something and just go do you mind if I join? And but and not looking for someone to try and beat people, but just
Sure.
looking for people to spar with. And so on average, when he does that, he probably would be,
Yeah, victorious
yeah.
more or less the whole time.
Anytime people ask, he'll probably like give pointers and stuff to people as
Right.
well. Like,
Given enough time, eventually you're going to attract the notice of an actual Creed's guard, who may or may not wipe the floor with you.
oh, I'd be willing to see. Like,
We can do some athletics checks. Or something along those lines.
or just like combat. Like,
I don't
and
want
to say
to
the
run
whole-
an entire combat to see if you can beat a Creed's
not a
guard.
whole combat, but just like
But-
rolling some things, like hand-to-hand strikes and stuff against AC. But
I mean, okay. That's fair.
Let's do it. Beat him up.
Oh, math. I didn't stat these, so I'm just remembering numbers.
yeah,
29 to hit?
yeah, that would hit my AC.
Okay. I got punched.
Yeah, and I'll roll. Uh, 14 on that strike. Which,
No.
yeah.
Nope.
Hold
He's cool
on
being
that.
an expert in full plate armor.
Was that an unarmed strike, or were we sparring with our weapons?
You can spar with your weapons too. I can
Okay, yeah,
deal
well,
weapon
'cause-
damage if you want.
Well, it wouldn't be like trying to hit him, but it
Sure.
depends. Does he want to spar with his sword? Does he-
Sure. Then you get tapped with a friggin' greatsword.
Yeah. But it's with a weapon, it's also just a lot better for me because it would
Yes.
instead be 18. But
Still,
it's still no, but like
his AC would be like 23, 24, something like, maybe a little higher. Yeah. This is gonna be
Boy.
level plus
Tanky boy.
yeah.
8. Yeah.
But I'll spar with him for a while.
Yeah.
And like if he's a higher level than me or even equal level,
He's
probably-
more or less your level.
He'll probably beat me because champions are better at straight.
Champions are
straight up
combat monsters. Yes.
Combat, yeah. War priest is like some good stuff, but I'm like only trained in weapons,
She
you
got
know.
nice.
Yeah.
Um,
And he
Yeah.
is an expert in
but yeah, my weapons and armor are both only trained.
Okay.
Those are probably both expert.
I don't think so. I don't think champions get expert until 7
Okay.
in weapons, but they get expert in armor like Red.
War priest gets expert at like 11 or something in weapons, so it's like.
Yeah,
But we have
we're
magic.
I think we get it at 13.
In weapons, not in.
But yeah, you guys spar for a while, and he has the upper hand, but he isn't like
Yeah,
gloating about it, right?
yeah. And once it gets a little later, I'll head over to find Kendall.
Sure. And you will spend the night with Kendall.
Yes,
That's fine.
Oh.
drinking and then bunking.
Yes.
I'm sorry, what?
Ooh,
It's drinking and then not
It's
drinking.
everything you think it is. Let's move on.
Ivan proceeds with the Ivaning.
Ivan is
The
Ivan.
dwarves are getting drunk and banging. That's what's
Close your
happening.
eyes
Spell
on
it
the
out.
The two dwarves that both worship the god of hedonism get together. Astounding.
Amelie is too precious to see this. We must hide her. There you go.
Amelie needs more experience with the god of hedonism.
All hail the marshal.
All hail the marshal.
Anyway. So the night passes. More interestingly for some than others.
I'm going to sleep.
I assume no one is staying awake. In
No.
South.
Nope.
Nope.
Too bad, bugbears.
Well, you know what? It's a fort. Let's assume.
Bugbears attack. They're all killed immediately.
Ah.
More teeth, though.
Alright.
Imagine how many swords would be pointed at them.
So the next morning,
Yes.
nothing happens over the night.
No. The next morning you wake up.
A dream.
I will probably
Yeah.
like I will, do normal, prepare everything and get breakfast.
I'm gonna meditate and try to train because I haven't done so in a while.
Okay. There is food about. It is of lesser quality than what you guys have enjoyed in cities recently.
But better
Even,
than what
you
we've
know.
been eating on the road.
Even Wilterport's giant stacks of fish.
Get the fish.
Fish.
Sven got it this morning.
And here we go again with the Sven. Oh no.
Episode
R.I.P.
13,
Sven.
yes.
It's great.
But probably just get going if there's not really anything else going on.
Yes, I want to leave as soon
I don't
as
think we really
possible.
used any provisions on the way because we had contra
Not
food the whole
really.
time.
Yeah.
Head straight out again.
Yep.
Yep.
Just as note, I want to give Sparks the ability for me to put spells into him today.
Spells into it? Oh, the
Yeah, the
ability
touch.
to make him deliver touch spells.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
Everybody
cool.
has the ability to have spells put into them. It
Yes.
hurts a lot.
Yes.
It's not quite what I meant, but
Fireball.
no.
That's something we all share.
Yeah.
Moving
Yeah.
on.
I do
Anyway.
have the ability to be the target of spells.
Yep.
So as you travel back out of South Boston,
To the south.
yes, it's not very far at all until you reach the forest that kind of delineates the border of Scortile. It's dense, evergreen forest. So the sharp smell of pine is all around you as you step into the much darker area, and you feel the pine needles on the floor of this forest shift under your feet a little bit.
So Tirla wasn't any more specific than just south.
No. She said that it was someplace obscured from scrying, but it stopped moving. Said 30, 40 miles into wartime.
I thought it was
A long
20,
hike.
30 miles.
Duh.
30, 40 or 20, 30?
I think I said 30 and 40. 30
Okay.
30 to 40.
She didn't
Yeah,
have
30,
no.
40.
I asked. She said she did not have any detail of where it might be. So I think keep eye open for odd things. Ask around if we see towns or whatnot. Search
Just
for
so weird.
information.
Be wary of the swamp land.
Yeah, that'll be a fun challenge to deal with.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Knowing our luck is probably dead in the middle of swamp. So
Probably. Hmm.
Oops. Spoilers.
Oops, did I give massive indications that was the case?
I know, it's
Oh,
Charlie, but
wow.
it's you.
Yes, you know, suddenly moving,
Everything
suddenly
becomes my fault.
stops
Yes.
moving.
we need to. I think we just need to investigate and see what we can find. Especially if just came in recently, maybe there is someone who knows about shipment or something.
I doubt it's carried in a shipment.
Well, but if they had convoy coming through with ritual components, maybe there was a whole cart worth of components. This is one piece. Maybe it's something. Either way, if we have no information, we need to gather information first.
Hmm.
As we just walk through the forest. We're just
Yes.
bickering about this.
Yes. yes.
Don't worry about your loud fighting voices. Nothing will possibly hear
No.
that.
I'm gonna try to keep an eye out for
We
things
can't be quiet the entire
while they
time.
fight. And I am not good at.
I have a feeling that like
but-
90% of Emmeline and Ivan traveling is just bickering.
Yes.
Pretty much.
I got a 20.
What do they do when they're bored? Bicker.
Not-
What's your score at?
It's a +7.
22.
22, yes.
The two of you, on a couple of occasions as you watch, you feel like maybe you're being watched, but you don't spot anything specifically to back that up. So it's entirely possible that it's just a lot of trees very close together, making you feel kind of claustrophobic.
Okay.
I'm going to still say something, just because we're in very new territory.
Sure.
There's a lot of trees. I feel as though we are being watched. It could be the proximity of the trees, but I would say be wary. You, be alert.
Draw his dagger. The daggers, they comfort me.
Oh
They're
God.
my only real friend.
I will periodically kind of ping off detect magic, see if I detect any magical things that
Sure.
aren't near us while we're traveling.
I mean, the range of detect magic isn't like astronomical.
Sure, but if there's someone like
Sure.
in the bushes next to the road,
Yes.
I'll get them. You know.
Yeah. There isn't really
With
a
a
road,
magic dagger.
properly speaking, anyway.
Sure.
There's kind of a trail.
Yeah. And if there's someone like hiding like in the tree right above us with a magic dagger, I'll detect his magic dagger. You know.
Yes.
So just every now and then, periodically, I'll just kind of
Yeah.
ping it off.
And so you travel further in as the light only periodically, like, truly pierces the. It's not really a canopy. I mean, they're evergreens, but you know, so the tops, you know, the bottoms of the branches are literally like barely higher than like Amelie is.
But
But
I don't hit my head, do I?
no,
Yay.
I mean, unless you aren't paying any attention and go like right under the lowest trees. But... So maybe once or twice, who knows? But outside of, you know, maybe a scratch or two and smelling pine fresh, that doesn't really do anything to you.
I am studious monk. Bonk. Very, very bonk.
Very pine scented block.
And as you get further in, you start to notice that the forest, after most of the morning and a bit of the afternoon, the forest starts to thin out again further in, and you begin to emerge into an area where the ground is a little bit softer under your feet as you transition into what's probably going to be a miserable and rather cold swamp.
We can tell already, just from the first step. It's just like, oh.
Oh,
It's
my
it's
foot.
not even really swamp yet. It's just like the ground's kind of damp,
And we know where it's going.
and it's not.
Has anyone actually been to Squirtile before? Do they know?
Anyone in the party?
No.
Yeah, Emily's just speaking this as we're walking.
No, not really.
no.
Does anybody know anything about it? What language they speak?
Nope.
There are many half-orcs here.
Also many orcs.
And orcs.
Mostly known for orcs.
I can talk to them. Both talk to them. So exciting.
When I first started on my journey, I was making my way
Good.
down here.
Actually, Tessie.
Hmm?
Let's go with bardic knowledge. Actually,
Sure.
yeah, because I was gonna be like, it could be society, but you know what? Screw it. You're a bard. You got bardic knowledge. Bard some knowledge.
It's good for everything.
22.
Yeah, Squirtile has quite a number of orcs and half-orcs. A moderate Aasimar population.
So there are a lot of orcs and half orcs. A fair amount of Aasimar.
There's the occasional like goblinoid.
Goblin-y
People, like,
things
that
every
comes
once in a while.
Basically everybody that Marshall doesn't like.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of the purpose of Squirtile. Like, it's where all of the stuff the gods wanted to kill went.
Let's be elsewhere.
Hide, I'm out. Well,
Is it not like a specific worship place, bro? Well, there probably is, actually.
Not gonna lie, I kind of feel like 3 of us are gonna have giant targets on our heads.
it's fine.
I mean, they probably have human populations around too, as well.
I mean, they do have half-orcs here. Meaning that there are things that aren't orcs. Aside from goblins.
There are also Aasimar.
And that's
That'll be cool.
Oh, and a reasonable number of tieflings.
And there are tieflings.
It'll be interesting.
Are there
Question:
any like?
Common is Cadian in this world? Does anybody speak Scortile?
I speak Orcish.
So do I.
Common is also spoken in, or Kidian is also spoken in most other nations.
Yeah, but it's still a good thing to know a local dialect.
In general, so you two speak Orcish, so that would likely be most common local dialect.
We'll see.
Did you have a question?
Yes. I've lost it now, so never mind.
It is gone.
Dang it.
It is gone.
It is
It's okay,
gone.
we know you've lost it.
You're not wrong.
I
You
think
know
we
me so well.
all lost it at this point.
Yeah.
Not me.
But-
I'm completely sane.
So
As the day sort of transitions to night, your first night here in the woods of Scortile, you're 20-ish miles in, right on the border of that swamp. I think that is a good spot to leave it for the evening.
Yay.
We're all gonna die.
do we level
3
up?
out of 5 of us are gonna die.
More bugbears are gonna attack.
Level 5.
And you all get to be level 5.
Yes! Firewalls. I'm so excited.
Still gonna die. Can I see?
Level 3
Firewall.
spells.
Yeah, I wanna see how this attacks.
Level 1 spells for me.
It's just like a.
Also,
forget what they call them,
do
but
rogues get
they're
anything
just-
cool at level 5? I think they do.
Oh, cool.
I think I get more stabby things.
So,
Actually, level 6 is where I get level 1 spells.
Oh no.
It's okay, I get stabby bits.
Oh, okay.
I think I get like
Good.
improved sneak attack or something.
Nice.
anyway.
Anywho.
So, thank you all for spending the evening with us.
Thank you, thank you.
It's my book.
We do stream every Sunday from 4 p.m. Eastern to, 8-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we'll get to see you again. If you have a chance, if you want to follow us, like and or subscribe, as is the case with whichever platform you're watching on. We do have all of our information in the description below for all of our social media platforms. If you want to keep an eye on what we're doing.
So yeah, follow and subscribe up there. Follow social media down there.
Thank you,
Well,
Erla.
Yeah, if we're on,
If you're on YouTube,
if we're on YouTube, it's
then
subscribe
subscribe down
Thank you,
there,
Erla.
and
And-
information down there, and everything's down there. Just go down.
Yes.
Down, down.
But if you're on Twitch, which we're broadcasting on now, right over there.
You're watching the astral projection.
Then Tirla has sent
We're
you a
fucked.
dream message of this. Subscribe in the next part of the dream.
Anyway. Thank you all for your patience with technical difficulties we've been having tonight. We're trying very hard to make this setup scale the way we need it to, and there's been a few bumps, but we're getting there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Don't brand thorns on your arm. No good
do
can come
not.
of
I
that.
can confirm we do not recommend branding thorns on your arm,
No.
but you do
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You could always use henna.
Anyway,
Okay, moving on.
this does not constitute recommendations of any kind.
Do not make a deal with a deity.
We'll see you again next week. And until then, keep your friends close and your dice closer. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.